on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Ah.
Yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, you feel me? Oh, you know it's about to go down today, bruh. Guess what? Turn it off, turn it all the way off now, yeah. How is everybody doing today? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I hope everybody is wonderful and blessed and wonderful. But please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And this week is Thanksgiving. This is the week of thanks to the giving. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a reason why Thanksgiving is so special to Sports Plus Life, because it was Thanksgiving Day 2018 when I did the very first episode of Sports Plus Life. So this week marks the 5-year anniversary of Sports Plus Life. Been doing it, well, you know, I've always said this. I've done this for fun. I've done this, for as an outlet. Done it, because I was being told constantly, as much as I love to talk about sports and my views and perspective with things in regards to life, I was being told the previous 2 years before, you should do a podcast. You should do a podcast. So I just said, fuck it. One day I said, you know what? I'm just going to start doing a podcast, and I've been doing it, and and I will continue to do it because, and I've never received a dime. I've never made a dime off of this podcast, but I love it. It's my baby. It's not Roman in London, baby, but it is something that I created and that I just continue to do just for the love of freaking doing it. We're making moves. We're going to be expanding, going to having different editions outside of just Sports Plus Life Talking Ish. We're going to start doing post-game shows and things like that. So, it's going to build. But, Thanksgiving is always a special week for the show because its birth was on Thanksgiving Day 5 years ago. And this week was, this past Saturday, was the play that I told you guys about. It was called Grandma's Bible at First African Baptist Church. It was wonderful. It was a huge success. I did pretty good, if I do say so myself. I had fun. I feel so comfortable. One thing I feel so comfortable when I'm on stage, when I'm acting and doing things like that. It was awesome. Even the parts where we had to improvise, just that whole the whole sanctuary, the whole drama ministry at First African Baptist Church is wonderful. You guys know I represent St. Paul's Baptist Church, but First African Baptist Church, drama ministry and church in general is awesome and amazing as well. Deaconess Helen Vines, thank you so much for thinking of me to want to star in this production. And it was, or just for thinking of me, period, for wanting to, contribute to this production. It was amazing. The whole cast was amazing. Deacon Fronell, Deacon Herman, young Jada who played the role as my sister in the play. Just awesome. Miss Debbie, who played my grandmother in the play. It was just awesome. It was just wonderful. It was very, very wonderful. Also, before we get started, definitely, I got to shout out Too Tough Sports, that gaming league, the Madden Gaming League, where all the games are played on Twitch. Too Tough Sports. If you a gamer and you love Madden football, you love playing Madden, and you think that you got the skills to pay them bills against people outside in the gaming world, come to Too Tough Sports, baby. Okay, I ain't want to sound like Suge Knight like there. I ain't want to sound like Suge Knight right there, but you know what? If you think your gaming skills is like that, and you want to put your gaming skills to the test against people in the Madden gaming community, in the Madden gaming world, come to Too Tough, okay? And definitely also want to shout out Heather's Craft Haven, my sis from another miss, Heather Maxie Redford. She does the ornaments. It's holiday time. Hit her up. She's got skills. She does Christmas ornaments, cups, the whole 9 yards. She actually just had a show on Saturday as well, the same day that I had my play. So hit up Heather's Craft Haven. If you guys don't know how to get in contact with her name is Heather Maxie Redford on Facebook, or you can hit me up. You can DM me at Brandon Brevon Towns on Facebook. You can DM me, hit me up, and I will get you in contact with her because she's got skills for real. Now, before we enter the realm of sports, this is called Sports Plus Life, and boy, do we have some life to talk about, particularly in the music industry. I know all of you guys have heard about what has happened with this lawsuit and then settlement between Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever he want to be called, and his former girlfriend, Cassie. Okay? Oh boy, this is some life to talk about. And when I say Cassie, I need to address her by her government name in a situation like this, Cassandra Ventura. A couple of days ago, she filed a lawsuit against Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy. Like I said, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever the fuck, Diddy Dirty Money. Filed a lawsuit with a lot of accusations, a serious lawsuit. Things like the R word and drugs, all type of stuff that would just points to the subject of domestic abuse. And they were in a relationship for about a decade. Cassie was an aspiring singer who wanted to be on the Bad Boy label. She was 19 years old when she met Diddy, and they developed a romantic relationship. And that joint went left, and it went left, like I said, for a span of a decade. There was, and the thing about it is that, you know, stories used to get out about these two, I would say 7-8 years ago. They apparently broke up for good in 2018. And now, you know, she came forward with this lawsuit, you know, claiming that she was abused for a long time in this relationship. And these accusations include that Diddy R-worded Cassie in her home after she tried to leave him, often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on her, resulted in bruises, busted lips, black eyes, and bleeding, blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Cassie, and that man happened to be rapper Kid Cudi. And Kid Cudi has said that this is true, that he forced her to engage in sex acts with male sex workers while masturbating and filming the encounters. I mean, damn. That he also ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry executive who he learned that was near his location. He demanded that she carried his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol, Ciroc, and substance abuse, and required her to take ecstasy pills, prescription drugs that, you know, just to satisfy his own addictions. I mean, damn. And you would think when such a lawsuit has been filed against you, if none of these accusations are true, you would think that I don't want to pay a damn dime. If you're P. Diddy and you're saying that none of this stuff is true, which his lawyer came out and said these accusations are crazy, you know, it's not true, blackmail, because it was alleged that she wanted $30 million or else she was going to file a lawsuit, or she was going to write a book, a tell-all book about their relationship. And, you know, it's ugly. But you would think if none of these accusations are true, that you would not settle and pay money. But 24 hours after this lawsuit was filed and made public, a settlement was reached. He hit her with that gone now money. But this ain't that Michael Jordan, I'm going to pay you $10 million so you can go ahead and take care of that baby. Gone now. This was a pretty gone now piece of money, because I believe that this was a 9-figure paycheck. Now, my only thing is, because, there are a lot of people who come out and say, well, she's brave. She should be commended for all of the struggle and pain and abuses she went through. And I don't doubt none of that stuff. I have no reason to believe. I have no reason to not believe what she's saying, because stories have been coming out about Puffy for a very long time. And this is just the beginning of the bullshit for him. I don't know who he didn't pay off, or I don't know who he pissed off, but it's about to get real for him. And like I said, I have no reason to believe that what she's saying isn't true. Because again, there's been numerous stories that Puffy is a control freak, that he's dangerous because he has so much power. There was the incident where he slapped Drake over a beat, over a music beat. Like I said, he blew up Kid Cudi's car. There's a story of how he had Wale dangling out of a window. He hung Wale out of a window like he was Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats for just talking or looking at Cassie. These stories have been out for a long time. But who actually has the cojones to testify against him in court? And nobody knows that question. Nobody knows the answer to that question. But again, again, if your lawyer is claiming that these acts are not true, this is the quickest settlement I ever heard of in a case of this magnitude. Now, just because you settle out of court does not make you guilty. Let me clarify that. Just because you pay a settlement to make a case go away, it may look like an admission of guilt, but that doesn't always mean in every case that you're guilty. But in this case, 24 hours after the damn lawsuit is revealed, damn. I'll give you an example. Because Puffy is about to be in the same kind of situation. Now that people have seen that she won, or at least she won a bag, a generational wealth bag, he's about to be hit with them Deshaun Watson charges. Any chick who he ever put his pinky toe on in an uncomfortable form or fashion is gonna come at him now. Just wait. You are going to hear about lawsuit after lawsuit after fucking lawsuit within the next few months. I guarantee you, book it. Because she was the first. She ain't gonna be the last. I wouldn't be surprised if there was men who came out and filed the same type of lawsuit against Puffy. Especially now seeing that she won. Now, some of these lawsuits that are gonna be forthcoming, because they are forthcoming, some of those lawsuits are gonna be bullshit. They are gonna be bullshit because you see one person got a serious bag, everybody gonna try to get a serious bag. But them lawsuits is coming. See, the thing with Deshaun Watson is, Deshaun Watson said, man, I ain't do none of that shit. Fuck that. I ain't paying them nothing. I didn't do none of this shit they said. I'm going to fight each and every case. He eventually settled on it because the shit had been dragging out for almost 2 years. And again, that's what I'm saying. And there may be some truth to his situation. But just because you pay, sometimes you pay a case off just because you don't want your name in the news. Like I said, about 10, 11 years ago, Michael Jordan, woman came out and said, yo, you fathered this baby. Okay, before this shit really get in the serious public eye, here's a $10 million check. Gone now. He paid her that gone now money. She took it. You never heard about this again. But you think you're not going to hear about this? Even though he done paid that gone now money to Cassie, you think you ain't gonna hear about shit like this again? Oh, hell no. We ain't talking about $10 million because you fathered a child. We talking about something I believe in the $100 million range because you fucked up this chick life. Psychologically, you may have paid for everything. You may have financially taken care of her during your relationship. But if these things are true and you beat up on her and stomped her and sex trafficked her, bro, you should be in jail. If anything, fuck the payouts, fuck the settlement, bro. You should be locked up. I mean, we look at Suge Knight like a monster. Suge Knight might not hold a candle to motherfucking Puffy. Gee whiz. And that's there again. Things are gonna get real serious for Puffy because not only that, you have got the case that just won't go away. The ghost of Tupac that continues to live on. Now, within the last couple of months, they have actually arrested somebody for the murder of Tupac Shakur. And the word is that he may roll over on Puffy because there was always that story that Puffy paid the Southside Crips $1 million for a hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. And now there's even a story swirling around that Mike Tyson wants to have a word with Puffy in regards to Tupac's murder. And when I say a word, means wants to kind of beat his ass. Or allegedly. You know, so all of this stuff is not going away because if Keefe D, who is now in jail for Tupac's murder, says, oh yeah, he paid us this money to do X, Y, and Z. Uh-oh. Boy, again, the case that just won't go away. So Diddy's got problems. Puffy has serious problems because, again, he's paid this one off, but it's about to be a roller coaster effect of lawsuits that's coming this way just because he settled, and just because he settled so fast. It's going to be a bunch of people coming out saying, hey, Puffy did this, Puffy did that, Puffy did this, Puffy did that. There may be a Surviving Diddy series that comes out. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The way that they had Surviving R. Kelly, you about to see Surviving Diddy in this motherfucker. I am so serious. And the thing is, see, this like people like, this industry, this entertainment, music, and this Hollywood industry is wicked. It is something that people, honestly, I don't think people who are not in the industry really don't have a clue about how weird this shit really is. I'm serious. I mean, you're going to hear a bunch of famous people's names start getting smeared on the back of this shit that has to do with Puffy. I'm serious. I mean, you know, there's been the stories about the gay party, the gay mansion parties that Puffy would throw and this, that, and the third, you know, and, you know, I love my beloved black people, but sometimes with black people, we need this, unfortunately, we look at people who have the most money as great people, and that's just not the case. I'm not one to quote scripture, but I know it says in the Bible somewhere about one day the world will be run by the wicked. And we as a society we value money over morality. Unfortunately, people look at people like Puffy and others who have so much fame and power and has entertained us with great music and great movies and great athletics over the years, you know. You know, I don't laugh when I giggle, when I chuckle. I'm not chuckling at anything that Cassie is going through or this situation. I'm chuckling at this industry. I really am, because, you know, they show us what it's all about right in our faces. You know, particularly with black people who, unfortunately, most of us have always started behind the 8 ball. It's about 3 words: money, power, respect. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the motherfucking respect. Ain't that how the song go? Ain't that how the song go with the Locks and DMX, Lil Kim? Money, power, respect. If you eating right, money, power, respect is the key to life. I mean, this is what it's all about, particularly in this industry. Money, power, respect. You get the money, you got the power. Almost like the movie Juice. You got the juice now. You know, that's how you can do these things for so long until your value run off. You know, Roman in London's mom was telling me about this case a couple days ago, and she said, "Diddy going to jail?" I said, "No, he ain't." I said, "No, he's not. You hear what the allegations are? You don't think that they're true?" I said, "No, it ain't about whether I think they're true or not, because I have no reason to not believe it, because we've been hearing about their relationship for a while. But Diddy still makes enough money, Diddy dirty money, still make enough money out here for these higher ups, wink, wink, that he will not go to jail for this. But again, this is what I'm saying is about to happen with him, though. He may not go to jail for this, but them lawsuits is forthcoming. They are forthcoming. Again, and as a culture, because that's one thing that my people love to talk about, the culture. This is good for the culture. This is good for the culture. Unfortunately, particularly in this day and age, we look at what's good for the culture as how much money you have, how many subscribers you have, how many likes you have. That's this fucked up society today. We value a good person by how many bags they got, how much money they got, how many subscribers they got, how many views they get, how many clicks and likes they get. You know, if you look at my numbers on Sports Plus Life, and I've been doing this show now for 5 years, ain't nothing special. If you are a YouTube head and you look at how many views my show gets on a week-to-week basis, you would think that I'm just an ain't shit nigga. And okay, because I don't do numbers like that on my podcast. I do a lot better numbers on my shorts and my DJ Brevon joints, which half of them YouTube blocks them. You know, but that has nothing to do with me as the man, as being the man who I am. We value money and social media status as to define who's a good person. You know, if this lawsuit never came out or this stuff was just swept under the rug, everybody would say, wow, he's a great, great man. This dude got some problems. This dude has gone mad with power. And it just doesn't happen with, you know, people in the music industry. It happens with people with a lot of money anywhere. They get mad with power. Power is a drug, just like any blunt, just like any drink of liquor, just like any ecstasy pill or line of cocaine, whatever. Power is just as much of a drug. Money is just as much as a drug. Fame is a drug. It is. It is. You can get addicted to money. You can get addicted to fame. You can get addicted to power, just like you can get addicted to weed. You can now look, I ain't mad at nobody for being addicted to money. It's just what you do with it and how you carry yourself with it. You know, even people with power. You can be a person with power, but that doesn't mean that you have to be wicked. You know, but unfortunately, in this world, it don't always work like that. And it sucks. It really does suck. Because you know, when I mention black people, I wasn't trying to play the race card, not at all, because what's going on with Puffy that's not a black and white thing. That's a power thing. That's a money thing. That's an industry thing. Because see why Harvey Weinstein is sitting in jail right now? For the same shit. Because that power, that money, that respect that he had built up from having the money and the power leads to some crazy shit. You know, and people are actually, I wouldn't be surprised if people start looking into Kim Porter's death now. You know, I don't know shit about that, but all I know is that she was just about to release a book about her relationship with Puffy. Then she gets sick, then she dies. Coincidence? Possibly. But I guarantee you those questions are gonna be raised up now. You know, I guess he's now messing with Young Miami from City Girls, and she's already admitted that he's peed on her and she likes it. Okay. I mean, the shit people will do to get a buck. You gonna get pissed on? Now that is funny. I'm sorry. Trip. I'm sorry because that's nasty. That's nasty. You gonna let this 50-something-year-old man take a piss on you so you can keep them dollars going and you can keep that music flowing. Okay. I mean, golly. I mean, you know, I could say we're in the age of social media. It's easier now to be an independent artist because you can go through social media. You know that shit is controlled too, right? I'm just saying. You know it's controlled too. It is. It's an algorithm to that too. So it's just crazy. I mean, again, as a community, and I'm not talking about as a black community, as a societal community, we have to stop labeling people with a lot of money great people. Because while they may do a lot of great things in the public eye, they could be doing things 50, 100 times worse in the private eye. You know, and the fact that, you know, he hired private investigators to follow this girl around because he didn't want nobody messing with her. That's a control freak. God damn. You know, that's crazy. I mean, I've had my fucked up shit happen in relationships too. I'll be damned if I'm sending somebody out to spy on you or kidnap you. It ain't that serious. Look, if it ain't working out, if you ain't digging me, I'ma just go about my business. I ain't doing all of that. If I can't have you, no one will. Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit. Cut it out. It is a bunch of different women out there. Cut it out. I mean, damn. Are you joking? I mean, ugh. Like I said, mad with power. And it is a dangerous thing. And we, as a society, are fucking stupid. Okay? For real. We are dumb as shit. And the thing about it is that even if people know in the public eye, guess what? What's going to get done about it? And when Puffy cannot make certain people the money that he's supposed to make, then he may go to jail. So if I had one piece of advice to Puffy, again, I don't know guilt, innocence, whatever. I'm just amazed at how quick this shit was settled. That's all I'm gonna say. But if I had one piece of advice to Puffy, because you know it's about to be a pipeline of lawsuits coming against your ass, I would look at Russell Simmons and maybe do what he did. Because Russell Simmons, as soon as that shit started coming to the light, he packed his bags and got the fuck out of Dodge. He packed his bags and left the country and said, say what you want to say about me, but guess what you won't say about me? I will not be incarcerated in this country. So, brother love, you may want to weigh your options, and especially because, again, it ain't just these lawsuits. Now this Tupac shit is coming 27 years later. This shit is really starting to come to light. So you may want to pack your bags, and you may just want to go ahead and chuck the deuces to the United States of these parts of America, and go on to whatever the fuck country and just live your best life there. I don't know, because when you have the type, unfortunately, to the people who live like me, who's just, you know, regular everyday dude, justice unfortunately doesn't come for people like us. That's just what it is. That's just how this fucking society is built. Justice doesn't happen for people like us. Don't even happen for a person. Don't even really fully happen to a person like Cassie. Now, she may be satisfied with the payout that she got. That ain't real justice though. That's gone now money. That's what that is. Let's go now, money. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. Take that, bad boy. Take that. Now, what we gonna as we proceed to give you what you need? What do we need, though, Puffy? As we proceed, I'm sorry, I still ain't got my voice all the way back yet, but oh my gosh, I mean, look. I make a joke out of everything. Again, I am not laughing at any of this girl's pain and heartache or misfortune. I would not do such a thing. No, not at all. I am more or less just laughing at this industry. As we proceed, take that. I mean, what did he really mean when he said, take that? I mean, god damn. Ooh, boy, but these lawsuits, boy, you gonna have to, that ain't the only check you gonna sign, my nigga. I'm just saying, that is not the only check you're going to sign because they coming to take that. You feel me? It's just crazy. Now, because to be honest with you, there's nothing about Diddy and Cassie's relationship that surprises me. Because, I mean, I've been hearing stories about, the treatment of her for a long time, damn near a decade. It's all the side shit, the other stuff, the blowing up cars, the hanging niggas out a window. You know what this makes me want to do? This makes me want to go and watch Empire. I mean, who knew that Diddy is the real life Lucius Lyon? I mean, ain't that a bitch? I mean, it's crazy. And again, everybody's coming for his neck. And I made the Russell Simmons suggestion to dip out the country. It's just now it could easily be seen that this lawsuit was a money grab. And that you could easily look at it like that. But if what she's saying in this lawsuit or was saying in that lawsuit was true, then damn, don't you think some kind of financial compensation should be in order for her? I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, now there's this one part that just honestly still messes me up. That I understand cash settlement, whatever. Excuse me. All the NDAs that was probably signed, this, that, and the third. But if you went through that type of torture in life, and like I said, I have no reason to not believe what she's saying because I've been hearing about this stuff. I mean, it was one of the worst kept secrets in the music industry. But, you going through that stuff, wouldn't you want to see it? Wouldn't you want to see him in jail? Outside of just writing that gone now check? Wouldn't you want to get the gone now check and see his ass in jail? I'm just saying, because I'm like, if I'm going through that in my life, nigga, I don't want to see you walk in the streets. I don't want you to be free. I either want to see you in jail or worse. And for a situation like this, I got to bring out one of my big dogs, Cutting David. What up?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, we got to talk about your favorite musician, bro, Diddy.
That ain't nobody's favorite, man. Get out of here.
All right, well, hey, just what do you think about the lawsuit and the settlement and all of the now backstories that we're starting to hear about this?
Man, I've been knowing that, dog. I've been knowing that about his ass. That's nothing new to me. I was just like, it was only a matter of time before this shit blew up. It's all linking together. About time it's coming out. That's all I can say. It's about goddamn time.
I mean, have you ever seen a lawsuit settled that fast?
Man, as soon as girl Cassie came out, was like she was about to write a tell-all book about the shit. I was like, ooh, here we go, America. Here we go. And then 50 was on him for a little bit. Like, yo, man, Diddy don't do this mess right, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was coming out regardless. It's going to come out. And then the whole mess with Justin Bieber and Usher with these all-male sex parties and shit.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people name about to get thrown through the mud.
And another one is Will Smith that's been up in that joint, too.
Yep. I think you're going to hear stuff about, you're going to hear stuff allegedly. Remember, we got to use that word, allegedly,
And I ain't alleged shit. I'm throwing names out there.
You're going to hear shit about Usher, Justin Bieber, Will Smith, Nelly. You going to hear that shit.
You're going to hear the who's who with the music industry, bro. And Diddy is the center of it all.
And R. Kelly is sitting in jail.
Hey, man, look, we know he did his dirt, but he didn't deny it either. He ain't denied the shit either. Diddy just been riding under the radar. That's the only difference.
Yeah, you ain't lying, because you know what I just said. I said, you know what? Hearing about this whole Diddy situation, because his situation with Cassie really doesn't surprise me one bit. It's all the other shit that I'm hearing about. Not even the gay sex parties surprise me. It's the dangling niggas over out a window like you Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats of Suge Knight. It's the blowing niggas' cars up. You know, the smacking and beating up chicks. You know, this shit make me want to watch Empire, because this is the real life Lucius Lyon.
Oh, yeah. The joke with Cassie was like, Diddy is capable of all that shit. Diddy been manipulating niggas since making a band, since before all that.
I was going to say, he been manipulating niggas since mid-90s.
Yeah. With all that shit, I really want to hear what she got to say. Like, he paid her off to shut her up.
Who?
She been there. Cassie.
Oh, yeah.
He paid her off because she been there. And the whole thing with getting her hooked on drugs and getting her drinking since she was like 19 and all that. Oh, man, I was like, oh, here come the tea. Here it comes. She about to blow his cover for real. He about to be in the cell right next door to R. Kelly.
No, he gonna be in the cell next to Suge Knight.
I don't know. I think Suge's still living good in prison.
Yeah, and Puffy will be one of his bitches in jail.
Probably so.
But yeah, I mean, like, okay, like the you heard about the car that got blown up, right?
Yeah.
You know whose car that was, right?
Who car was it?
Kid Cudi.
Look, I'm hearing a lot of dirt behind that nigga too.
But yeah, like Kid Cudi supposedly, you know, I mean, when Cassie tried to break up with Diddy the first time, you know, Kid Cudi was interested in her, and he got his car blown up. And then during a recording session, he apparently allegedly dangled Wale out of a window.
I don't think that was Diddy. I think he got Loon to do it.
You said Loon?
I think Loon did that.
No, but bro, when you think about this shit, if all of these stories are true, and we have no reason to believe that they're not, think about why Mace turned into a pastor. Think about why Loon left the country and just pretty much has turned into a monk.
Why Sean got deported.
Yeah.
Sean ain't even allowed back in the United States.
Yeah. I mean, think about why G. Depp turned himself in.
Yeah. Because these motherfuckers got inside knowledge of who this motherfucker really is.
Yeah, bruh. And then, so what do you think? You think Keefe D gonna roll over him about the Tupac thing?
Do I what?
Keefe D, you know, the dude that got arrested in connection for the murder of Tupac?
Yeah. But they got him on wax, saying that he did accept like 10 grand from Diddy, saying that he did the joint.
Yeah, initially it was like a $1 million, you know, the story was that it was a $1 million contract to the Southside Crips to kill Tupac and Suge. Like, I've been hearing that he responsible for Tupac death and Big death. Now, we used to hear that back in the day, you know, it was really Puffy who really got Biggie killed, but we was like, nah, Puffy wouldn't do that.
Puffy would do that. Because look what happened after that. Puffy was big. Because look what he got out of it. He got what? One of the biggest records of all time. I'd be missing you. The tribute he did to Big.
Yeah. Oh Lord. I mean, and that's the stuff that would make you think, you know, morally that he wouldn't have nothing to do with that. But I mean, when people in this industry have money and power and the motherfucking respect, morality tends to go out the window, and it's sad.
Yeah, because look what he got his career back from that. That's what he got. He got bigger than life after that shit right there. That's what he got. He got his power back. That's what he got.
I mean, because it's been in the song. I mean, this was something we used to bump when we was in school. It was right in our face the whole time. Money, power, respect.
Yep, keep it life. Yeah, man. That's it. And you know, all the faces, all the players was right there. All the shit that's going on with Will Smith, same thing. All these motherfuckers wilding out because of this one cat right here. Same thing you say about Suge. But the only thing with Suge, we know Suge is dangerous.
Yeah, Suge, like Suge wouldn't even hide his street. You know, the fact that he's street.
No, you wouldn't even hide Suge. But Diddy, he undercover with it. And he been playing it the whole time. He been playing everybody the whole time. Like moving pieces around the sackboard.
Yep.
The whole Jennifer Lopez thing, all that. He been hiding.
No, he couldn't do that shit with J-Lo. I'm sure J-Lo knows some shit, but J-Lo was already an alpha when they was fucking with each other.
Yeah. And then she just got out before
yeah.
Really got real.
Yeah, I mean, see, Cassie was an up-and-comer. Like, nobody knew who she was.
Right.
You know, when we saw J-Lo, we had already seen her in Desperado. What was Desperado? No, we seen her on Selena. We had already seen her in Money Talks, and everybody was already in love with J-Lo. Now, he couldn't pull that shit with her.
No.
But a novice, a kid, because Cassie was 19 years old, a kid?
Yeah, 18, 19, and he turned her into a trick. He turned her straight into a trick. Had her doing drugs. She had to check herself in the rehab.
Yeah.
He turned her into a straight trick in the music.
Hey, bruh, remember when we used to watch Get Him to the Greek and be like, I bet you that's how that nigga is in real life.
That's how that nigga was in real life. He wasn't playing himself. He wasn't playing Sergio.
He wasn't playing Sergio. No. He was playing Sean Combs.
And Sean P. Diddy Combs. That's who he was playing. He was playing himself in real life. And now it's coming out that that's who that dude really is.
Boy, smoking guy, he got that girl smoking them Jeffries.
Yeah. Just stroke the fuzzy wall.
Just stroke the fucking wall.
He was like, the fuzzy wall and watch these two dudes have sex with each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you talking about Birdman crazy, man. Look, he might be right above Birdman.
Man, none of these niggas hold a candle to Diddy. I mean, I'm just waiting for the Surviving Diddy documentary to come out because that's gonna make Surviving R. Kelly look like a fucking after-school special.
You ain't lying, though. Like Diddy might be the worst of them all, bro. For real. Like, I'm just hearing this stuff, and as it's coming out, like Diddy terrible.
Yeah, because like I said, the stuff that was going on with Cassie, none of that shit surprised me. None of it.
No.
Now the beating her up and shit like that kind of surprised me because I'm like, damn, nigga, like you have to put your hands on, like you have to, treat her violently. But none of that stuff surprised me. It's these other stories.
Right.
That goes all the way back to the 90s. Like I said, him telling people, him telling certain individuals, I'm a businessman. I gotta, I'm here to make money. So if this person got to die or if that person got to die, so fucking be it. I think we know who this person got to die. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. And then like I said, the thing at the studio, Wale, the fact that they said that he would send out, that he was so like nuts over this girl that he would have private investigators following her, or secret people following her on some goddamn I Spy shit. I'm like, bruh. And then, like I said, then all the R-word allegations. I'm like, I didn't think he was doing all that. But it's just like, bro, you really are like, this really is Lucius Lyon. This is the real Lucius Lyon.
I'm not surprised about nothing that comes out about this cat. I'm just looking at when they get him, how much time he's going to get, where he's going to go, and what's going to happen to him at the end of the day.
And what other names is he going to name drop? Because, there could be another person who got a famous wife singer who may be on that name list too.
True. Big facts on that, bro. Because, like, Diddy didn't act alone on this.
You know what I'm saying? Throwing up the diamonds and stuff like that. That his name may be mentioned too, along with all the other names that I mentioned. Like, all of these. Oh God. You know what? I mean, look. I just did a play on Saturday, and I just God has got a plan, and it don't have to be that plan because I've been hearing people. And D, you know this. You've been right there with me. I've been hearing this for forever, since I was 13, 15 years old. Oh man, you should be famous. Nigga, no, I shouldn't. At least not that type of famous. I don't mind being a local legend, but nigga, I don't need to be on that type of level famous. Because that's some, ugh.
It's a crazy documentary I was watching, The Cost of Fame. And this man, look, the limit these cats are going to right now, bro, it ain't worth Not even worth it, dog.
Nah, it ain't worth it, bro. Me and Sean would have had to kill some people.
Just about, dog. And you seeing how it's unfolded. We lost what? We lost Big. We lost Pop. I mean, the list is ever growing.
We lost Aaliyah. We lost Left Eye.
Yeah, well, I can't say we lost. Yeah, next year, not lost some stuff.
Well, all of that stuff has to do with it. I mean, think about it. You know, she said that he got her addicted to drugs and all of this stuff. You know, some people can kick an addiction and some people unfortunately can't.
True. So now, in my days now, I be thinking about it like, bro, what if this Illuminati mess is real, dog?
Oh, bro, I could tell you, bro, that shit is real, bro. I'm telling you that right now. I know a few people, you know, who have been down that path in the industry. No, it's very real. Ain't no what if. It's real, bro. I'm telling you.
But that's like, what else we gonna lose? And like, who's really behind this mess? Is this really somebody behind the scenes pulling strings? Oh, this mess crazy, bro. So it's like that's what you gotta do to become famous.
Yeah, you like to get that type of level of fame, and yeah, and at the end of the day, you know, it ain't worth it to me. What I like to be, I don't need to be worldwide rich and famous. I would just like to have money to where I would just like to have enough money to where I'm not financially struggling, and my kids can have a good life. You know, I don't have to spend half of my life on a plane or being catered to by the richest of the rich, by the elite. No, it's not that deep for me. Nigga, I'd rather sit at home in a nice sized kitchen and a 2, maybe 2.5 bathroom house with about 4 bedrooms and cook me some chitlins.
Sounds good.
Speaking of which, no, I'm cooking chitlins, bro. Yeah, man.
Fair enough, bro. Chitlins on deck.
Chitlins on deck. But anyway, I know you're busy, so I just wanted to pick your brain about this situation.
Yeah, well, man, I can't wait till they catch him, man. What they gonna do? I feel like it's gonna be a bigger trial than Donald Trump.
Maybe. Well,
and you see they got him.
Oh yeah.
I called it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody's untouchable.
Nobody's untouchable. Nobody. But what you doing on Thursday?
But
Y'all, man, Kroger's ain't open on no damn Thanksgiving. Oh wait a minute, yes they are. I just thought about that. Yes they are.
Mm-hmm. No, but I get off at 3.
Oh, well, that's cool. Good. Well, at least you can enjoy most of the day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was Christmas, and they ain't open on Christmas. But anyway, bro, I'm gonna hit you up. Matter of fact, I'll probably hit you up on Wednesday.
Yeah, hit me up on Wednesday.
Yeah, man. And I gotta get your picks anyway. I ain't gonna get your picks right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're busy. But I'll call you. I'll call you to get your picks too.
Oh, for sure. And I told you I got a new job, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I ain't working anymore.
All right.
But yeah, hit me up on Thursday.
Yeah, man.
Later.
Oh. All right. Oh, this has just been a story that has just rocked the entertainment world. Really just, rocked not just the entertainment world because, this has been a familiar face. This has been a very famous face. Do I want to use the word iconic face? I mean, most people would. But, if you are a 80s baby or a 90s, well, if you are a 80s baby in particular, you grew up listening to this, you grew up listening to music from Bad Boy. I mean, and it's just crazy. But again, it doesn't surprise me. It's the side stories that's really got me like, well, damn, for real. But anyway, we will get back on this situation, on this subject later. But it is now time to enter the realm of sports. I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. Week 11 in the NFL. I mean, damn, got me talking about Puffy and Cassie for damn near the first hour of the show. Anyway, week 11, NFL. I mean, it's the week. It's the week before Thanksgiving. We almost there. We're beyond the halfway point of this NFL season. And what are we learning? What we're learning now is that some teams you're going to have to cross off of the board. You're going to have to take out of the board when it comes to potential contenders and playoff situations for some of these teams. Let's start with Thursday night, shall we? Was a big-time AFC North showdown between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, both coming off of losses last week. Well, the Baltimore Ravens rebounded with a 34-20 win over the Bengals, but worst-case scenario for Cincinnati happened. Joe Burrow is not the Achilles of what I feared it would be in the whole year. It was a wrist injury. He has torn ligaments in his wrist, in his throwing hand, and he is out for the rest of the year. Now, you know I believe in Burrow and them Bengals, but you got to take them off of the playoff board for this year. Yeah, they're only 5-5, and they are right now in the thick of things, but without Joe Burrow, there is no chance. No Joe Cool, no playoffs, no chance. I feel horrible for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon and those guys, but it's a done deal unless they sign a veteran quarterback. But that Burrow make that offense move. I think you got to take the Bengals off of the table. Man, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. On the Sunday's games, another AFC North showdown. What we found out, we talked about this on the podcast last week, the Cleveland Browns. They are now without Deshaun Watson for the rest of the year, but we kind of look at them different because they won the majority of their 6 games, not because of Deshaun Watson, but with Deshaun Watson, really predicated on that defense. They had a showdown, 6-3 Browns versus 6-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. How the hell the Pittsburgh Steelers were at 6-3 has been a mystery to the entire world. This is more of a mystery than what's going on in Puffy personal life. How the hell are the Pittsburgh Steelers 6-3? Well, they're now 6-4 because in an ugly tooth and nail scratch and sniff, tooth pulling game between two bitter rivals, the Cleveland Browns with rookie quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 13-10 with a field goal at the gun by Dustin Hopkins. I was one of the people who was like, what the hell are you doing, Cleveland? Why aren't you starting P.J. Walker? But it is what it is. Browns got up 10-0. Steelers came back. Browns win. Walk-off field goal. Cleveland Browns are 7-3. In Detroit, the Detroit Lions hosted the Chicago Bears, and for the first 56 minutes of the game, Jared Goff was horrible. I mean, 3 interceptions. It was just a head-scratching game for the first 56 minutes for the Detroit Lions. Justin Fields made his return to the Chicago Bears. The Bears were up 26-14 with 4 minutes to go in that game. But as they did against my Denver Broncos, they blew it. And the Detroit Lions came back. They just exploded the last 4 minutes. Touchdown pass to Jameson Williams, gets a 3-and-out, drive back down the field. David Montgomery scores the touchdown that gives them the lead. Then when Chicago's looking to tie for a game-tying field goal, Aiden Hutchinson causes a safety on Justin Fields. When you know, sometimes this is when you got to realize that this may be your year. When you start doing shit like that, when you start winning games that you had absolutely no business winning, but you find a way to win it anyway, it might be your year. Because won't no way in hell the Detroit Lions was supposed to win that game. But the Detroit Lions are 8-2. This is the best start the Detroit Lions have had since the 60s, since John F. Kennedy was the president. The Detroit Lions are going to go into their Thanksgiving game 8-2, and right now with a hammerlock on the NFC North. Speaking of the NFC North, in Green Bay, the Green Bay Packers hosted the Los Angeles Chargers. Why the fuck do I keep picking the Chargers to win games? Because it's the games that you think that they're going to win that they fucking lose.
Bye, bitch.
I mean, no team knows how to blow a game that they should win better than the Los Angeles Chargers. I keep telling y'all, everybody wants Justin Herbert to be that dude. He is now below average for his career as a starter. He has superstar talent, has a superstar contract, but I know he's not the problem. The problem is they just, for some reason, will not get rid of their coach, Brandon Staley. And as a Broncos fan, God bless them. I hope they sign Brandon Staley to a 10-year extension. He's fucking amazing as a coach. He's amazing because he's so stupid. You're a defensive guy, and your defense is trash. Week in and week out, Jordan Love may have had his best game against y'all defense. Won't they saying that about my Denver Bronco defense? Woo, we gonna get there. Anyway, Packers win, Chargers lose. Chargers fall to 4-6 now? In Miami, the suddenly rejuvenated Las Vegas Raiders with interim coach Antonio Pierce. They need to get that interim tag off of him immediately. They went in to play the Miami Dolphins. What have we been saying about the Miami Dolphins all year? You haven't beat a quality team. They beat the Raiders yesterday in what turned out to be a dogfight, 20-13. Their defense really won it for them. Jalen Ramsey had a couple of interceptions. But do we give this to the Miami Dolphins as a quality win? Because technically the Raiders' record was 5-5. You know, they weren't a winning team, but they weren't a losing team. And all of Miami's victories have come against teams with a losing record. So do we give the Dolphins that? Do we give them credit for that? I don't know, but I got to give props where props is due. I think Antonio Pierce needs to have that interim tag removed immediately because this team has clearly responded to his coaching style. They have responded to him. So I think they should just go ahead and make him your head coach, because clearly the Raiders enjoy playing for this man way more than they did for Josh McDaniels. And I mean, come on now, as a Bronco fan, don't get me started on that motherfucker. But anyway, Dolphins go to 7-3 right now in firm control of the AFC East. In Washington, the Commanders, who are trying to fight for respectability, you got Tommy DeVito and the Giants coming in. You should cakewalk them, right? Wrong. Tommy DeVito has his best game as a pro. Even though the story came out that you still live with your parents, no problem there. You're a rookie backup quarterback, but your mother still makes your bed. Bro, I wouldn't have told anybody that. But what you can tell your mother and the world now is that you got your first career victory as a starter. Congratulations, Tommy DeVito. The Giants win 31-19, and Ron Rivera, that seat is piping hot. I already think that you're gonna go. I already think that this is it for you anyway. The question is Eric Bieniemy going to be the next head coach of the Washington Commanders? I don't know, because, you know, you losing 31-19 to the New York Giants doesn't look great for you as an offensive coordinator either. So Giants get their third win of the season. They sweep the Washington Commanders, and the Commanders fall to 4-6. In Carolina, the Cowboys beat the Panthers. Whoopee. Again, and I'm not, a victory's a victory. Can't help who you put on your schedule. Dallas is doing what they're supposed to do, and they're beating teams that they're better than. But again, beat somebody of note. You beat the team with the worst record in football, 33-10. Good for you. They go to 7-3. They got the Commanders coming in for Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure they're going to go 8-3. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars rebounded from their embarrassing home loss to the 49ers last week with a convincing ass-whipping of the Tennessee Titans, 34-14. Trevor Lawrence had 2 rushing touchdowns. You know, a lot of people was high up on Will Levis after, you know, that first performance, that first start, throwing for 4 touchdown passes. But it's kind of definitely come to a screeching halt. He ain't no C.J. Stroud. But, yeah, the Titans, you know, the Titans were just that team that I was always saying, are we done with them yet? I think we're done with them for the 2023 season. Jacksonville improves to 7-3, and Jacksonville got to keep winning them games, because there is a team that is hot on their trail for that AFC South lead, and that is the Houston Texans. They took care of business yesterday against the Arizona Cardinals, 21-16, but I'm going to say this. I believe yesterday that C.J. Stroud got concussed and they didn't take him out the game, because the first half of that game against the Cardinals, and by the way, I thought that game was going to be a flat-out shootout with C.J. Stroud and Kyler Murray, and the first half looked like it was going to be that way. C.J. Stroud had over 250 yards in the first half, and then at the very first drive of the second half, he got lit up. Now, wasn't a flag called, didn't look like it was helmet to helmet, but he got his bell rung big time. And he was not the same player once he came back. He missed one play, but he was not the same player when he came back. He was just he started throwing picks. He threw like three interceptions yesterday. 2 of them came in the second half after that hit, but the Texans did survive and beat the Cardinals 21-16. They improved to 6-4, and they have a big-time game coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it's this Sunday coming up against Jacksonville, whom they beat earlier. So you'd have to give C.J. Stroud credit, even though, again, I think he was concussed. He got his bell rung. His play clearly changed after that hit. But you got to give the rookie credit. You got to give DeMeco Ryans, rookie head coach, credit. The Texans, nobody expected the Houston Texans to be in this position when the season started, where they right now, if the playoffs started today, they would be in. So you have to give credit where credit is due. In San Francisco, the 49ers are trying to show everybody that they all right, that they back, that they're healthy, they're back, and they kicking ass and taking names again. Even though in their 27-14 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Bucs were feisty. The Bucs were feisty. They made the San Francisco 49ers earn it. Brock Purdy, however, did have a perfect quarterback rating, including about a 78-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. Remember, a couple years ago, I used to drag Ayuk. He has turned into a legit, bona fide number one borderline Pro Bowl receiver. Matter of fact, I would have him as a Pro Bowl receiver this year. But San Francisco, they are now back in the driver's seat in first place in the NFC West. They're 7-3. They've won 2 in a row after their 3-game losing streak. So I guess nobody needs to hit the panic button on the 49ers anymore. Chase Young is filling in nicely. Chase Young is playing had another sack, a bunch of QB pressures yesterday on Baker Mayfield. So the 49ers are starting to assert themselves again as possibly, I don't think they're better than the Philadelphia Eagles. I just don't. But they're starting to assert themselves as a serious player when for almost a month, for a month because they had their bye week, when for a month we were all looking at him like, what happened to the Brock Purdy that hadn't lost the start yet? What happened to that dude who everybody was saying all world? What happened to the 49ers that beat the living dog shit out the Dallas Cowboys? Well, we've gotten to look at them again, and you will see the 49ers on Thanksgiving as they will play the Seattle Seahawks, who lost yesterday to the Los Angeles Rams 17-16. Now, it looked like Seattle was in control of this game. Then, for whatever reason, Geno Smith had to come out the game, and Drew Lock came into the game. Kiss your game goodbye.
What's wrong with you?
Keese was the only person who picked the Rams to win, and as soon as I saw Drew Lock walk on that football field, I put in the chat message, I said, Keese, you might get this one right. And sure enough, boy, I'm so glad that sorry sack of shit is not on my football team anymore. Drew Lock fucking sucks. And by the time the Rams took the lead and they brought Geno back in, he got him into field goal range. 57 yards. Their kicker was more than capable of making it, but he missed it. He kicked the knuckleball. So now that hurts because now the Seahawks now are fully in second place by themselves. They were tied with San Francisco for first place, but now that is all alone. They can rebound. Again, they got the 49ers on Thanksgiving, but the 49ers look like they rounding back into form. In Western New York, the Buffalo Bills rebounded off of their losing streak by beating the New York Jets 32-6. What can you say? We know the Jets defense is legit, but Zach Wilson, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. We know that Zach Wilson is just like, nah, bro. Nah. And it's a shame because we had to listen to Jets hype the whole offseason when they got Aaron Rodgers just for that shit the last 4 plays. And now the Jets are back to being the Jets. Good defense, good skill position players, suck-ass quarterback. Now this is where Robert Saleh is doing this team and this fan base a disservice. You keep sticking with this sorry piece of shit. You keep sticking with Zach Wilson. Get him out. Get him the fuck out. Trevor Siemian ain't no goddamn upgrade. But I believe Trevor Siemian is more of a competent quarterback, and you definitely need to boost up your offensive line. And Aaron Rodgers talking about I'll be back in a couple of fortnights. The hell are you coming back this season for, Aaron Rodgers? There will be nothing for you to come back. There will be no reason for you to come back other than to say, hey, I came back from an Achilles tear faster than anyone, because you won't be playing past week 18. I promise you that, because Zach Wilson is going to see to it that you don't. Now, Buffalo, a lot of people were saying that they think it's over for Buffalo when they fell to 5-5 after losing to us. But again, there are a couple of teams you're going to have to take off the board. I think, again, you have to take the Cincinnati Bengals off of the board. So, and then I don't believe the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to maintain a wild card spot. I think you're going to have to take them off the board. So Buffalo may be able to slide in a wild card spot. Of course, they have to play. They have to earn it, because while 2 weeks ago we were looking at the AFC North and saying, wow, could all 4 teams make the playoffs? You may only get 2, Baltimore and Cleveland. But one of those wild cards may possibly come from Denver. Uh-oh. We win again. Woo-hoo! Sunday Night Football. We win again. We somehow, some way, scratched and clawed our way to a 21-20 victory over the Minnesota Vikings, the red-hot Minnesota Vikings, who had won 5 in a row. Now the Denver Broncos have the longest winning streak in football right now. Ain't this about a bitch? Boy, everybody was laughing at my Broncos 2 months ago. I was laughing at my motherfucking Broncos 2 months ago. Boy, September seems like a long time ago. Now, again, I am not satisfied at all with the state of the offense, because we had to kick those 21 points. It wasn't 3 touchdowns. We had to kick 5 field goals, and Russell Wilson had a great throw, great catch, too, by Cortland Sutton. And the defense did their thing. The defense that was a national embarrassment in September has, in this 4-game winning streak, is holding opponents to a league low of just about 17 points a game. So I said this after we beat the Chiefs. I'm not going to say playoffs, but I believe that we're going to be a tough out for everybody. If my offense could just get in the end zone a little bit more, we may have a shot at making the postseason. I mean, now with the whole, we owe Russell Wilson an apology, and no, I'm not going there. No, I'm not going to say we owe Russell Wilson an apology, because Russell Wilson was so horrible last year. He owed the Denver Bronco fan base and team an apology. But I love what I'm seeing from Russell Wilson. I'm getting Seattle late game Russ when it comes to pulling out these victories in the clutch. That's what I wanted to see. We were once a 1-5 football team who has now gone to 5-5, 4 straight wins over quality opponents. Okay, Packers ain't that good of a football team, even though they won yesterday. But the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Vikings are quality football teams. We got more quality wins. I mean, we got more quality wins than the Cowboys and the Dolphins combined. I'm not taking shots. I'm just being real. We're a 5-5 team, but if you had told me in August that after 10 games we'd be 5-5, would I be surprised? No, because I said before the season started, I have to keep things in its proper perspective for my football team. I believe we would have a win-loss schedule. It didn't start that way. It looked like it was going to be a fucking disaster. You know, Calvin was talking about something, y'all tanking for Caleb Williams. But if you were to tell me that we would start out 1-5 and then get to 5-5, with a schedule where we don't have an easy schedule, because we got Cleveland next, then we got Houston. So it's not an easy schedule at all. We got Cleveland, we got Houston, and then we got the Chargers. Look, I mean, that's a division game. Anything can happen. But just to be in this position where the team is playing so well, I couldn't be happier, honestly. And hopefully we can keep this train going. But on to Monday night, the Super Bowl rematch. This probably been the most hyped up game of the football season. Monday Night Football, you got the Hall of Fame cast calling the game, and Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. You know, then you got the Manning cast and all of that stuff for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. We all remember how the Super Bowl went. Kansas City came from behind and beat the Philadelphia Eagles pretty much on a walk-off field goal, a game that really the Eagles controlled but somehow let get away. Well, this time it was in Arrowhead Stadium. It was messy, just nasty, rainy football condition. This was a football game. And the Kansas City Chiefs defense played very well. They played outstanding. They got up by 10 points, 17-7 at the half. And I was thinking, well, damn. The Eagles, the Chiefs, they ready to play. We all know how Andy Reid does off of a bye week. But in that second half, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, that Philadelphia defense reversed the tide and had a come-from-behind victory 21-17 over the Kansas City Chiefs, getting just a bit of Super Bowl revenge. Now, of course, we know that's not the Super Bowl, but fuck it. You were in Kansas City, you were down, you didn't play your best game, and you still found a way to win. I've been saying this about the Eagles for the last month. They have been the most battle-tested team in the NFL. You look at Jalen Hurts' stats, ain't nothing great. 150 yards, an interception, had 2 touchdown runs. But one thing I did notice is that he looked a lot better running the football, because we knew that his knee was bothering him. I guess that bye week really did him some good, but he looked more mobile and topped that with a lot of drop passes by the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to sit here and just totally ignore that. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS, he had did he have a drop. He had about 3 steps on Bradley Roby, and that would have been a touchdown to take the lead. Now everybody's saying, hey, that would have won the game. No, you can't say that because it would have been like 4 minutes left in the game. You don't know what Jalen Hurts would have done with the ball, particularly with them just having to have they would have just needed a field goal to tie. But it didn't work like that. It didn't happen that way. He dropped the ball. Their tight end dropped the ball on 4th and 25, and fuck it. You know what happens? The Philadelphia motherfucking Eagles are 9-1. Now, does this make the case for Jalen Hurts being a MVP candidate now? Should he be now in the leaders box as far as MVP? I don't know. That's not for me to judge. But the Philadelphia Eagles held the Kansas City Chiefs scoreless for the second half. This is the 3rd straight game that the Kansas City Chiefs have been held scoreless in a second half. 3rd straight. It happened in Denver 3 weeks ago. It happened against Miami in Germany, and then they had the bye week last week, and it happened again today. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games. They are now 7-3. They are now fall behind the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC. They're 2nd in the AFC. And as for the Eagles, they continue to have a lead. They're 9-1. The Detroit Lions are 8-2. And I hope you appreciated the motherfucking Rocky music because that was a come from behind win by the reigning defending NFC champs. And now, we talk about the secondary and, again, Kansas City dropped some balls, but you have to like what you finally saw from Kevin Byard. You have to like the turnover created by Bradley Roby. I've said this before, since I mentioned Bradley Roby, he was on that 2015 Denver Broncos team that I said this year's Eagles remind me a lot of because of the way that they're winning games, but everybody's saying, hey, what's wrong with the Eagles? They're not as dominant as they were last year. My comeback to that is, who cares? As long as you're winning games. My 2015 Denver Broncos were winning games just like this, nip and tuck down to the wire. And the previous couple years before, they were an offensive juggernaut. Who cares? At the end of that season, it ended with the Broncos hoisting that Lombardi trophy. I believe this season is going to end with Philadelphia hoisting that Lombardi trophy. Unless they see my Broncos in the Super Bowl. I'm just playing. Pause. But this is the same recipe. Nothing's wrong with the Philadelphia Eagles. They're winning games. Yes, their secondary could be a lot better. But again, they only gave up 17 points. They didn't allow a single point in the second half. They forced turnovers. That defensive line just gets after you. Now, I'm sitting there screaming at the TV, hit this motherfucker. Lay Patrick Mahomes out. I don't give a fuck if you get a personal foul penalty or not. Lay him out. Patrick Mahomes, that's just an elusive little bastard. But, so shout outs to the Eagles. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. best record in the league, 9-1. So now we have to look at the NFC standings. You got Philly at 9-1, Detroit at 8-2. Then you have San Francisco at 7-3, New Orleans at 5-5 as far as the division leaders. The wild card spots right now are held by Dallas, Seattle, and Minnesota. As for the AFC, excuse me. As for the AFC, you have Baltimore at number 1, Kansas City and Miami. Well, Kansas City, they have the tiebreaker at number 2 at 7-3. They hold the tiebreaker over Miami and Jacksonville. So you have Miami at 3, Jacksonville at 4. Both teams at 7-3 as well. The wild cards right now look like the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-4, the Houston Texans at 6-4, and right now, who would that last wild card spot go to? Who would that last wild card spot go to? I'm sorry. I am so stupid. Forgive me. The Cleveland Browns have the top wild card spot at 7-3. Then you have the Steelers. Then you have the Texans. Beware my Broncos. Walk, 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 walk. But that is the review for the NF of the L. And you know what time it is. It is time for me to be joined by my brothers. Brother Sean, Big Calvin, what it do?
What it is, nigga?
Hey, I'm sorry. Sean is under the weather. So Sean is being a champ right now by deciding to participate, because he sounds like he's going through it. But you know, Sean is not gonna miss that opportunity to come and glorify in his team's triumphant victory.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, you just gonna leave me hanging on that?
Oh, my bad. I was working up the stress, my nigga. Working up the stress. Yeah, bro. Oh, man. What a beautiful day, bro.
What a beautiful thing. Well, before we proceed forward, I want to tell you, my brothers, happy Thanksgiving beforehand. This is the week of Thanksgiving, the week of giving thanks. I'm thankful to see a Kansas City Chiefs loss. I'm thankful to see another Denver Broncos win. Now, let's get into 4 specific games as opposed to just just going over the whole week, because I'm pretty sure we all agree that the Commanders should be a fucking shame to themselves, that the Cowboys proved nothing by beating the worst team in the NFL. I think we should be about done with the Titans. I give Tampa Bay credit because they made San Francisco work for their victory. The Jets ain't shit. They've benched Zach Wilson. And so I mean, as far as that's concerned, and the Lions, this may be their year when you start winning games like that they had no fucking business winning, because they had no fucking business winning that game. The Chargers do what the Chargers do, and and the Raiders, even though they lost, I think they found their head man. But Miami, to me right now, has a hammerlock on that division. But game number 1, let's get into some detail. Calvin, I'll start with you. Cincinnati at Baltimore. We know what happened. They lose. Cincinnati loses the game and Burrow for the season. What's your reaction?
Jon Snow has fallen. He is out for the season. And what injury? What did he injure? His arm?
His wrist. Yeah.
Yeah, his wrist. You know what I'm saying? Some people, he's earned that thing. He's earned the title is don't count him out. You know what I'm saying? But you got to count him out. And a new king of the North seems to be arriving. That's Lamar Jackson. I mean, I feel bad for Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Fight it for the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And that is what that is. I mean, you can put a fork in the Bengals now. There's nothing else to say about it.
And on a side note, the Ravens lose Andrews possibly for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sean, what is your view on the Bengals versus the Ravens?
You see that boy hand when he left?
Yes,
bro?
that bitch was swollen up like a motherfucker.
That boy looked like he was goddamn Mike Piazza back there catching baseballs. Full of hell, bro.
That nigga hand turned into a catcher's mitt.
Yeah, that's tough though, bro, because that was a good ass what do you want to say, division right there. They had a bunch of that was gonna be a fight to the end, but not no more, bro.
No.
that hurt. You know, Jamar Chase gonna be cussing all year long because I don't know who the fuck they backup is. Don't even matter.
His dude named Browning.
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, that's all I can say. I don't know because I mean they
Got
just
the right name.
yeah they they don't have the Cleveland Browns defense to survive that shit.
Yeah, that's tough.
Or Joshua Dobbs, right? Or Joshua.
They call Tyler Kaepernick.
I heard or Flacco. I don't know.
Cam Newton. No, Flacco got picked up by somebody, didn't it?
I heard that he was working out.
Got picked up.
Who was it by Cleveland?
Yeah, by the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah, Flacco with the Browns. Ain't that a bitch? Like, nah, we go take that nigga so y'all can't.
Sorry, Cam Newton out there.
Yeah, ain't nobody want Cam Newton, bro.
You said Colin Kaepernick too.
Yeah, but don't nobody want Cam Newton.
Tebow is out there.
They better go grab somebody off the XFL or something like that, because that shit hurt, bro. But no, that's tough for them boys, man. And Jamar Chase gonna be like, you know, he's
gonna be a malcontent the rest of the season.
Yeah, you might as well sit that man down, bro. Let that man get healthy for next year, because that ain't shit happening here without Joe Burrow. That's pretty tough, though. But shout out to the Ravens for doing their thing, man. They looking good. The only problem with the Ravens was basically health-wise. They always lose to people, but they got Lamar, knock on wood. I don't want to get that man injured, but he's doing his thing. As long as he's healthy, boy, they always had good records with him in the game. So,
nigga, there was a point in that game. There was a point in that game where Lamar had ran out the pocket, and then he just fell. I thought that shit was it for him.
Yeah.
I did. My heart started beating fat. I thought it was over for him.
Thought something popped on that ass.
Yeah, man, because that's how these niggas ACL and shit is turned non-contact injuries.
There's a lot of them doing that now. Like, that's how the 49ers do injure himself, non-contact injury going over there. Their safety. He out for the season. Tore his ACL.
Are you guys paying any attention to the return of Odell Beckham?
Hell no, fuck that, man.
He looking real shiny right now.
Right now. But okay, so let's get to the next game. That would be the stay in the AFC North, the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers in a teeth-pulling, gut-wrenching, scratch-and-sniff game where ultimately the Steelers have fired their offensive coordinator, which was probably long overdue. They lose the game. They're frustrated on offense. Cleveland, I think right now, if anybody should be the motherfucking MVP, it should be Myles Garrett. Cleveland.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Cleveland is fine. They have a dominant defense. I didn't really know what to expect with them starting DTR over PJ Walker, but he showed up when it counted. Sean, I'll start with you. What is your reaction from that game?
Yeah, that was a shocker starting DTR, but I guess he showed something in practice to get him over PJ Walker. That boy was doing his thing, and again, like you said, Myles Garrett got to be MVP because that boy is everywhere at all times. I mean, he is a terror back there, and it was funny about Najee Harris too, boy. He didn't even know what to say at the presser talking to he was so upset about what happened, boy. That's terrible, man.
They saying that's what got Matt Canada fired.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because once you lose your locker room like that, nobody want to play for you, man. You got to go, bro.
Yep.
You got to go because ain't nobody willing to run through a wall for you. And that's in this kind of sport, bro. You got to have people that's willing to go to bat for you. And once they see that they ain't really go to bat for you, man, they got to get rid of you, bro. So, I mean, that was bound to happen. Mike Tomlin, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You think it's time for him to move on?
No. Whoa. If Mike Tomlin wasn't their coach, they would be 0-9.
Yeah.
You just made a comment about Myles Garrett being MVP. I don't give a fuck who get what, as long as Mike Tomlin get Coach of the Year.
Well, if the Steelers don't make the playoffs, I don't see that happen. I think that'll be DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah, that definitely should be D'Amico, because D'Amico got the boys over there look good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. I can't argue that. But
yeah, you can't take that from D'Amico.
It looked like Tomlin's doing more with less, though.
Oh, of course he is. He don't have a quarterback. See, this is the thing about it. Pittsburgh skill position players are good. They're really good. Like Deontay Johnson, Pickens, and Freiermuth and Najee Harris, they're good players. But I mean, they're actually maybe a little better than Houston's skill position players, even though that little rookie Tank Dell, that motherfucker can play. And
what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You know what? Two things you can't play this game with: a helmet and a fucking quarterback. And Pittsburgh ain't got one.
Nope.
That's why.
That's where I was going with it. I mean, Pittsburgh may have the better skill position players, but Houston got the quarterback.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if y'all paid attention to that Cardinals game, when he got drilled in the beginning of the second half. C.J. Stroud got his bell rung. I kept saying that he was concussed because he came out for one play, but after he came back, he did not play the same at all. They didn't score a point in the second half against Arizona, and he threw like 2 or 3 picks. I thought
that's concussion, Joe. He wasn't ready back there.
That's what I'm saying. And when I tell you this motherfucker got lit up, I was the first drive of the second half. He got lit the fuck up. And after that, he was not the same player. Not at all. But Calvin, what was your takeaway from Cleveland versus Pittsburgh? Cleveland 7-3, bruh.
Yeah, Cleveland is 7-3. That defense still continue to be what we said it's gonna be, or what they say it's gonna be. That joint still rocking. You can't say enough about that defense. And as far as on the Pittsburgh side, you know what I'm saying. I remember the Bills. They fired they dude. That was a cry for help. This is necessary. They've been trying to tell him to do that for a minute, and he finally did it. But that's not the first time we've seen that happen in Pittsburgh in the last couple of years. You know, I ain't gonna say recent years, but I remember a couple of times they had to do that with like a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? But it's always been the right choice. Tomlin always right that ship. Still coach of the year in my book. I don't care nobody say. I feel
he said Mike Tomlin is a wizard. He's a magician.
I had a picture saved for if they won, I was gonna put in the group chat. It was with Mike Tomlin in a magician suit. Have it out there. You know what I'm saying? All saved, but you know, that is what that is.
Okay, next game, Calvin, I'll start with you. I'm not throwing the Broncos in here because they're my team. This was a standalone Sunday night football game against the team that was the hottest in the NFL. 5 straight wins, Minnesota. Everybody riding the Joshua Dobbs train. I don't know if Sunday night he turned back into a pumpkin, but the turnaround that my Denver Broncos have had, and now that things are, you're going to have to start moving a couple of teams off of the board now in the AFC due to injury. What is your takeaway from the Broncos and the Vikings? Calvin, start with you.
Well, I'm glad they proved me right. I said they were going to beat them people. They gelling. They're coming together. It could be, you know what I'm saying, it might turn into it could very well possibly be one of the better stories of the league this year. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, look how the shit turned out. Look how the shit, you know what I'm saying? Look how the shit started off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Started off like, ooh, man. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to fight. Like, you have to, they fighting. You know what I'm saying? They fighting. As far as the shit turning into a pumpkin, not really. I mean, it could be, but I've been saying, you know, after a couple of weeks, people get taste on you and they see what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that I think that might have been played a factor into that's nowhere near. That is not fucking that is not Denver problem.
You damn right it ain't.
That is not Denver problem. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do when you got to do it. But yeah, I think they just got a little tape on the board, man.
I'm just interested to see how the Vikings are going to play now because Justin Jefferson should be coming back. Now this was their first loss without Justin Jefferson. Just interested to see how he's going to gel with Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, what is your take on Vikings Broncos?
Well, like I said, we didn't pick them to win this year, this game, due to the fact that defense with Joshua Dobbs, I don't think Joshua Dobbs' magic was good enough to handle y'all defense. Because, like I said, y'all defense is good. It was just time for y'all offense to catch up. And it looks like Russell Wilson is starting to trust more in Courtland Sutton. And that connection is going to be real big for y'all going forward. And plus, also him and Sean Payton seem to be getting on the same page as going forward. So that's big as well. So, like I said, I did see them winning this game. Shout out y'all for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it is going to be important to see what Dobbs does with Justin Jefferson. Hell, they might keep him depending on what he do, because if he got a weapon like that, he might be able to do good with him. So we'll see going forward.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings, as far as an organization, I think the organization has the upper hand when it comes to negotiations with Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, based on what they've done thus far this season. Did you think you would be saying this, Sean and Calvin, especially the way we were in September? Sean just said, I don't think they were ready for y'all defense. Did you think he was going to say that about us 2 months ago? After we got that 70-piece dropped on us? I didn't.
Oh, no.
After that game, I mean, at the beginning of the season, you probably could have said it at that game, that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they started making strides because they gave up 70 points. The next week, they only gave up 35.
Yeah, half, really. No, and we actually did win that game against the Bears, but 1-5 to 5-5. I agree with Sean as far as the offense needs to catch up, but I agree with both of you as far as the team is gelling. This is why I was excited about when Sean Payton was hired as our coach, because Russell Wilson deserved all the criticism that he got last year, but to think that he was the same quarterback that he was in his prime in Seattle, I was excited about Sean Payton, because when Drew Brees started to go on a physical decline, he could still get the best out of Drew Brees and win a multitude of games and make the playoffs all the time and damn near win championships. I saw him doing the same thing with Russell Wilson. Slow start, now starting to come together, and if the offense catches up to the defense, we could be a problem. I mean, again, the AFC is starting to get a little dicey around that final 2 wild card spots, because again, you have to move Cincinnati off the board. Buffalo's inconsistent. Does anybody believe in the Jets? Does anybody believe in the Raiders? I mean, to be honest with you, does anybody believe in the Steelers? So, I mean, it could get interesting. Now, final game, Sean, I got to start with you. Philadelphia's come from behind revenge game against Kansas City in an ugly classic football weather game. What is your reaction on your Eagles improving to 9-1 against the Chiefs?
Shout out to Nelson Aguilar. Valdez-Scantling.
Marcus Valdez-Scantling.
For dropping them passes. Boy, them boys had hands. I understand their pain, because we used to have wide receivers that couldn't catch it like damn cold.
What was his name? Arcega Whiteside.
Yeah, Whiteside and Nelson Aguilar couldn't catch shit, bro. They used to kill me with that shit. But it was a tough game. I knew it was going to be a tough game, especially with that weather. We didn't look good at all at the beginning of the half. The boys dominated us. They was tearing our offensive line up like it wasn't nothing.
Chris Jones, yeah.
Yeah, and they were running all through us, too. Like, we didn't have them big boys on the line, so I was just trying to figure out what the hell was going on. But second half, Sean decided this thing, like he always do, made adjustments. They couldn't adjust to us. We started stopping them, taking away their Travis Kelce, and that's all we really needed to do, because as you can see, the other boys couldn't catch anything. They were dropping passes. Shit, they almost came away with that 4th and 25.
Yo, yes, they did. Yes, they did.
But he dropped that shit. Sometimes they say it's better
to be lucky than good.
They're good.
Yeah, nigga, I was sitting there screaming at the TV saying, you cannot give him all day in the pocket. I don't give a fuck if it's 4th and 50.
You can't. They already got a 3rd and 15 on us already at that joke. So I was like, shit, you got to get to this boy. I don't trust that shit at all. And sure enough, he almost got that bitch. If he had a receiver with capable hands, he would have caught that shit too. So shout out to making it out of there. Arrowhead is not an easy place to play in, especially in those conditions, coming back from 10 points down. But give my man Jalen Hurts some credit, boy. That boy making checks, doing this thing at the line, getting us where we needed to be at. Shout out to that defense for making turnovers. Our 2 new players, Byard and Roby, made 2 great
turnovers. It was the new dudes who did it, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, and I don't know what the fuck, but we need to get a better offensive coordinator, because I don't know what the fuck this dude be doing, goddamn calling quarterback draws on 3rd and 9 and shit like that. I don't know what the hell he doing, but I
think maybe he was hoping that you would get 8 yards so y'all could tush push.
Man, please. He better run DeAndre Swift, because that boy was running like a...
Yes, he was. Yes. See what happens when he gets the ball more?
Yeah. So we made it out of there. We made it out of there with the victory. It wasn't pretty at all, but we got the best record in the league right now. Shout out to the boys' bird game.
Calvin, you're up.
It's like Kansas City receivers like, bro, why you keep fucking finding us, man? Shit. Let us fucking do this shit. It's over with. We trying to go home. And they was like, and he was like, what's his name? The quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, like, no. And they were like, fuck it. Okay, you'll learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But good goddamn game. I mean, you can point to why this team lost or whatever, and whatever you point to, the truth of the matter is the other team didn't have those setbacks. So that's why you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. They won the game. They won.
I was like, you know, when I was watching that first half, I was like, it must be meant for the Chiefs to just beat the Eagles because the turf was an issue in the Super Bowl. Then you got fucked up weather at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm like, what are the chances that happens? But also, this is what I've been saying for the last month. When people keep saying that the Eagles they're not dominant like they were last year. This is a battle-tested team. The way you should, if you're an Eagles fan, you should feel better about the way that you're winning games this year because you know what to do when you face adversity. Like I could keep comparing it to my 2015 Denver Broncos. In 2013 and 2014, our offense was a juggernaut. In 2015, Peyton Manning was shot. We had an all-time great defense. Bradley Roby was on that defense, oddly enough. We had an all-time great defense, and we were winning games tooth and nail every week, but it resulted in being number one in our conference and making to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. This is the exact same formula I'm seeing with the Eagles. They may not get that dominant victory that everybody keeps clamoring about, but as long as they keep winning, who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Yes, they should.
I was trying to figure out how you compared them to them, and you know what I'm saying? You said Peyton was shot, but I don't see none shot about Jalen Hurts.
No, Jalen Hurts. No, not Jalen Hurts. But see, okay, let's put it this way. Peyton was shot, right? But our defense was so sensational. Here's the difference. Jalen Hurts is not shot, but there is a weakness on that Eagles defense. That's the secondary.
But I want to say this. Let me jump in there right quick. This is the first time we had. No, shut up. This is the first time we had our full secondary back there because Bradley Roby's been out. That's our slot corner.
Yep.
We needed that. We had Kevin Byard back out there. Reed Blankenship was out there. All year we've had mix and match of people, undrafted free agents playing the slot, young rookies playing the slot as far as our safeties trying to play slot quarterback. And that's what people was eating us up at. So if you notice this game, we weren't really, although they were dropping the ball, bad weather, we really wasn't getting ate up like that during the past game because of the fact we finally had our secondary back there. It was just more that they were not, our linemen won't get it, our defensive line wasn't getting to Patrick, and when they was getting to it, he was dancing around that motherfucker getting out.
I was screaming, lay this motherfucker out.
You can't, because he's a magician in the pocket.
He is, man, he is.
That boy good, and you know what I'm saying? But like I said, shout out to Sean Desai for making those adjustments because they was running all over us. We started doing 5-man lines on them to kind of slow that shit down, and it came out that they ain't scored a goddamn point in the second half, so...
This is the third straight game that the Kansas City Chiefs have been shut out in the second half. And also another shout out. Shout out to Devontae Smith. When your MVP candidate, best receiver, A.J. Brown, gets completely taken out of the game, what do? You step the fuck up and prove why you can be a number one receiver as well.
Well, that's what we drafted for, to be number one. Excuse me.
No problemo. But hey, Calvin, before he started blowing his nose, you hear how better Sean sounded when he started talking about the Eagles?
Yeah.
That nigga voice got lively as a motherfucker when we started talking about the game.
That's because I took the tissue out my nose, bro, because I had to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Well, brothers, as far as the prediction league goes, the people who won this week are all on this phone. We all finished in a first place tie. This thing is tightening up. Lex's lead has shriveled. She's at 104. Me and Keith are at 100. David is at 99. Tony's at 99. Calvin, you're at 97. Sean, you're at 94. Still got some catching up to do, but this thing is getting tight. It is getting tight. Now let's start doing our picks, because before we get into the main event of this fucking show, of this week's show, because the main event of this show ain't football, ain't sports, it's life, nigga. For this week, Calvin, you want to go first with your picks, or do you want to go second?
Fuck it. I don't care.
All right, Thanksgiving Day games, bro. Green Bay at Detroit.
Oh, we going Detroit, baby.
Detroit is 8-2 for the first time since John F. Kennedy was the president.
Oh man.
No, I'm serious.
Oh man. See how that turned out.
Oh, shut up.
Yikes.
I'm going Detroit. I'm going Detroit.
Okay. Washington at Dallas.
Oh shit, Dallas.
They got another bye week.
Another fucking bye.
San Francisco at Seattle.
San Fran.
Okay, now to the Black Friday game. The Dolphins at the Jets.
Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle. Now on to Sunday's games. Calvin, the only team in y'all division that played last week was y'all. Everybody else had a bye week. I didn't peep that until Sunday.
Ain't that something?
New Orleans at Atlanta.
New Orleans at Atlanta. I'm going fucking New Orleans.
Okay. This is going to be a hard game to pick. I mean, at least for me anyway. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh.
Okay. He is rolling with that Tomlin wizard hat.
But they don't have Burrow.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Carolina at Tennessee.
Carolina.
Okay. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
Indy.
Okay. I wish Keith was on the phone right now.
Just call him up.
He said, "You don't never pick your team." Now,
Call him up.
here's a game that we would probably never thought in our wildest dreams with two teams that game that really doesn't mean shit. New England at the New York Giants.
Can Belichick find a way to lose that game?
Hey, DeVito looked all right against Washington.
He was balling, Big Vito.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous. Because every time I pick these niggas to do, the Giants and the Vikings have really don't like me, man. Watch I pick Belichick and they go out there and ball. I'm going New England, man.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man. Only a freaking bone.
This next game, this is a huge game. First place for the AFC South on the line. Jacksonville at Houston.
Jacksonville.
Okay, he said that with confidence, too. This is a big game, actually. Cleveland at Denver.
Ooh. I've been picking y'all. Y'all been winning. I'm going Cleveland.
You gonna say I've been picking y'all been winning. I'm going with Cleveland. Ain't that some shit?
If the Ford Explorer out there with the squeaky wheels that's gonna be burned down, I don't know, you know.
Tell me about it. The Raiders at the Cardinals. The Rams at the Cardinals. I'm sorry.
Arizona.
Okay. Kansas City at Las Vegas.
Kansas City. They're gonna tear the skin off them people.
Yeah, I almost. Well, I don't know. The Raiders are playing. They playing inspired football with AP as they coach.
Skin off they back.
You said what?
They tear the skin off them people back.
Buffalo at Philadelphia.
Philly.
Sunday Night Football. Baltimore at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Baltimore.
And Monday Night Football, they should flex this game. The Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings.
Please.
Oh man, that's gonna be the game that divide everybody. I picked who did Chicago play last week?
They played Detroit. They blew that game to the Lions.
Yep. I'm going with the tape. I'm going with Chicago.
Okay. All right. Calvin's picks are as follows: Detroit, Dallas, San Francisco, Miami, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Indianapolis, New England, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Arizona, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Shot-Town. Is that correct?
You are correct, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Sean, you're up. Let's start with Thanksgiving again. Green Bay at Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, we've never lived in a world where the Lions were 8-2. Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah, I'm hoping Green Bay whip their ass. I need them to start taking some ass.
They say they trying to make America great again. This might be the first step.
Oh shit! No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Washington at Dallas.
This is the kind of game that Dallas will lose, but
They do be losing their Thanksgiving game.
yeah, they be losing the fuck out of them, especially the teams that they should be beating too. But I'm gonna pick Dallas because I ain't trying to get separated from y'all. But I'm hoping the fuck the Commanders do they.
We're all hoping the Commanders win. There's only two people that hope the Commanders don't win, and that's Marcus and Tony. That's it.
Absolutely.
San Francisco at Seattle.
Sonny Front.
Okay. Hey, man, Brock Purdy looked good the other day, man.
That's like Brock Purdy.
He did, though, bro. Perfect quarterback rating.
Yeah, whatever.
Black Friday game, Miami at the Jets.
Tim Boyle. I'm just saying, Miami.
New Orleans at Atlanta.
Man, this is a pick'em too.
Yes, it is. It is a pick'em. Both teams coming off a bye week too.
I know. Let me get Atlanta.
ATL, shout it.
I think everybody go pick New Orleans. I need to catch them up games, or I'm gonna get in the dust.
Okay. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Let me get Pittsburgh.
Okay. Carolina at Tennessee.
Carolina at Tennessee. Let me get Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee. All right. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
I'm gonna throw a bacon. You.
I feel you. I do. Patriots at Giants.
If Bill Belichick loses to
Tommy DeVito.
Danny DeVito, he need to get out of there. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
This nigga DeVito came out public and say his mom still make his bed.
That's wild.
I wouldn't have said that to nobody.
Yeah. He probably sleep with her too.
Hey, look, y'all bullshitting. Hey, listen, we out to dinner. My grandma cut my food, and I don't stop it because I feel like that's something that she like doing.
Hey, look, cutting food and making your bed is two different things, bro.
Yeah.
You don't live with your grandmama.
I mean, if I still could.
She gonna cut my eggs grand.
You get my glass of milk, grandma.
Grandma.
Jacksonville at Houston.
I'm hungry.
She won't, baby.
Give you some chicken noodle soup, baby. Jacksonville at Houston.
You know what? I'm gonna go with CJ Stroud, them boy. Yeah.
CJ. All right, Cleveland at Denver.
Cleveland.
Okay.
Sorry, he gonna be after Russell.
Oh man, look, you ain't, no apologies needed, sir. The Rams at the Cardinals.
Let me get a little skit scat. Let me get the Cardinals.
Get the Cardinals, okay. Locala.
Okay.
The Raiders, the Chiefs at the Raiders.
Let me get Patty and
Pat-a-tat to bounce back.
Patty and Taylor Swift boyfriend.
Yeah, that nigga, he be having trouble when she ain't at the games now.
Yeah.
Showing off for them. What was going on with him yelling and shit? I've never seen him do shit like that. Was that for the brand?
I think it was.
Of course, it's for the brand. Are you joking?
Buffalo at Philadelphia.
Come on, bro.
I know. He said 10-1. Here we come. All right.
Come on, bro.
Baltimore at the Chargers.
Be more.
And Chicago at Minnesota.
Let me get shot down.
Okay. All right. So Sean is going with Detroit, Dallas, San Francisco, Miami, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, New England, Houston, Cleveland, Arizona, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Chicago. Is that correct?
Correcto, Mando.
Okay, now, my turn. Thanksgiving Day, I think Detroit is going to improve to 9-2. Dallas has another bye week, although that would make my Thanksgiving is enhanced when they lose.
Every time.
Every time. I believe the 49ers will beat the Seahawks. That was a tough loss for the Seahawks. I mean, they really, I don't know if they, well, no, you know what? I said this earlier. As soon as Geno Smith went out and I saw Drew Lock come in, remember I put it on the chat. I said, Drew Lock's in the game because Keith was the only one who picked the Rams. I said, he might win this one. And sure enough, boy, I'm glad that sorry fucker ain't my quarterback no more. Anyway, Miami will beat the Jets. I'm going with the NO to beat the Falcons, even though that's a pick'em game. That's tough. I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh because no Burrow. And I think Pittsburgh, they'll respond to Matt Canada being fired. So I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm going to go with Tennessee over Carolina. Carolina's terrible. I'm going with Tampa Bay to beat Indianapolis. I'm going to go with Baker now. I have to put some kind of faith in Belichick, right?
Right.
So I'm going to go with New England.
You have to do a goddamn thing.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville to beat Houston. Only because I really do believe CJ Stroud was concussed. And if you see that on film, like, oh, if you hit this nigga good, he to change his game. Okay.
I mean, say that about
You hit anybody good.
I know, I know, but it's I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if y'all paid attention to that game. I watched that game from start to finish because I thought it was gonna be a shootout. This nigga whole game changed. Like they didn't even score. He had like 250 yards in the first half, only had like 80 yards passed in the second half. I don't know, but plus I think Jacksonville overall is a better team. Cleveland at Denver. Hey. You know what? Myles Garrett, golly. If y'all had to pick Denver, I probably would have picked Cleveland. But both of y'all picked Cleveland. I actually think that Cleveland is going to win this game, but I'm going to pick my Broncos to win. So there. Do whatever with that you want. I am going to pick. I'm gonna see. I don't know the health of Cooper. Gee whiz. No, I'm going with the Rams to win. I'm going with the Rams. Kyron Williams is coming back. I'm going with the Rams to beat the Cardinals. I'm going with KC to bounce back against the Raiders. Even though if they lost, that would be hilarious if they lost to the Raiders. Philly over Buffalo. It was funny. I was hearing they asked on First Take Shannon Sharp, who do you think is going to win the AFC East, Miami or Buffalo? And he said Buffalo because Miami is too inconsistent. What the hell is Buffalo?
Super inconsistent. To the fact they got rid of their offensive coordinator.
Exactly. I'm going to pick Baltimore over the Chargers, and I'm going to pick the Vikings over the Bears. So My picks are as follows: Detroit, Dallas, San Francisco, Miami, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, New England, Jacksonville, Denver, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Eagles, Ravens, and the Vikings. Okay, now that we got that out the way, you guys know what the fuck I'm about to talk about.
Hey, before you go there, can I just point something out? Because you was talking to Sean, it was like, what do you think about the Browns? You was like, yeah, well, what do you think about the Chiefs? What do you think about Dallas or the Eagles? I tell you what, goddammit. And he just, see how he popped up like that?
I was attacking me. I feel attacked. My Eagles bring me life.
All right, the news that rocked the entertainment world, Diddy, the lawsuit, and the expeditiousness that he paid off that lawsuit. Sean, I will start with you. What do you think about this whole fucking situation?
Diddy got enough problems, don't it? He got like the Tupac murders on him. He got other goddamn people after him. He got producers after him and everything about it. I mean, there's artists talking shit about him, want their money for their shit.
Ain't that Danny Kane?
Yeah, Danny Kane, motherfucking the Locks and them was talking shit about him.
Oh, Lord, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nigga, everybody want their money from Diddy. Everybody was coming at Diddy, bro. And that's what. And now he had Cassie come at him. And I mean, bro, he was like, "Nah, I can't have that shit, bro." Because you know Diddy be doing some dirty shit, bro. You know half of them motherfuckers do dirty shit. Not all of the niggas, but Diddy was like, "Nah, fuck that. I can't have this coming out the light too. So we gonna go ahead and pay her whatever she need to get.
Take that.
Take that.
Yeah, and I looked up on that to see why, you know, even though he settled, I mean, no charges still being brought because the statute of limitation of her being able to file criminal charges is before he passed it because it was so far back. But because of the act, there was some kind of survival act that New York had that she was able to file.
Yeah, right, exactly.
To get that money. So that's why he like, man, look, I don't want no stories on this. I already got Tupac. I already got Tupac murder on my case, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and settle this motherfucker and get this shit out the news because I don't need none of that shit. You see him out here trying to make people feel sorry for him, getting pictures and photos. Nah, Diddy, bro. We already know what time it is. But I feel like it's the end of his contract that he signed for the Dottie.
Oh, yeah. I heard he may be missing some payments.
Yeah, so it's time for him to crumble. So I mean, it's about to be an eventful 2024 for Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin.
Oh, I've waited so long to get to this. We are talking about dark forces at work.
At work.
This shit at work. Oh my God! Let me tell you something. It don't listen. I've heard so much shit about this dude for so long, and this shit they didn't even put out there that I heard. I heard there was a singer named, I think his name was Chris Williams. He made that nigga do some ungodly things just because he wanted to see if he could do it. You know what I'm saying? He like, what have we not learned from R. Kelly? And when I say that is that I mean it's something, you know, I don't know about to beat that drum for innocence still proven louder than me.
I know.
And you know what I'm saying, but this stuff's been quacking for a long time. You've heard different stories, like, and over, I mean, documented. Like, you've heard people talk about it. You've heard 50 talk about it. You've heard the Lock talk about it. You heard Cameron talk about it in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many ways? You know, and it's just too much for you to ignore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody ain't lying.
Everybody ain't lying. Everybody ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have knew that Puffy was Suge the whole time? You know
he ain't never lied.
Yeah, no, I look at it as nigga Diddy is the real life Lucius Lyons.
Oh man,
right? He doing shit behind the scenes, bro. And he just as vicious as anybody else, but he do his shit behind the scenes.
Yep. Well,
That's terrible.
see, the thing about with the situation with the whole situation with Cassie, I wasn't surprised about that because I've been hearing the shit that he put her through for a while now, for about 10 years now. It's the other shit that's coming to light that I ain't know about.
No.
Allegedly blowing up Kid Cudi's car, hanging Wale out of a fucking window.
Yeah.
You know, all of these. I mean,
The gate Drake jump. I heard about the
slapping Drake.
J. Cole joint. Yeah, I heard about the J. Cole.
What happened with J. Cole?
He was getting ready to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar, and they stepped and he stepped into it. He intervened and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. Then Wale come out just not to change the subject for a little bit. Wale's response to everything was, "Oh, they just trying to fish for a story." He ain't never say the shit ain't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something didn't happen to you, the first thing you gonna say is, "Hey,
that didn't happen."
That didn't happen." You like, "Oh, they just fishing for a story. They just trying." Yeah, well, yeah, nigga.
That's what they do.
Yeah, bingo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I've heard so many different. Him and Kanye was getting ready again when Kanye had his little meltdown 2 years ago. And
yeah.
He was talking shit, and they said Diddy had texted him. They was texting, and Diddy told him, "We need to meet in person." He was like, "No." He was like, "Why? So y'all can beat me up?" You don't remember Kanye said that?
That's right. I do remember that.
We thought Kanye was just being Kanye. No, sometimes a crazy nigga says, listen.
That's why you shouldn't call people crazy.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle said it best. Just because you don't know, just because you don't understand what a motherfucker's going through or understand what they're doing, you can call them crazy. That's stupid.
Yeah, just because it doesn't go with what the masses of people think, just because you think different than the next person, doesn't make you crazy. Now, the gay parties didn't surprise me, but the extent of the shit, kind of, you know.
Jamie Foxx said the same shit. Jamie Foxx said something. He was talking about
they
crazy parties.
Yeah, they said he was passing her around to rappers, executives, and all that crazy shit. I'm like, man, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, he was tricking her out.
Man, that's some wild shit, bro.
And, bro, us as a society, and I said this earlier on the show, particularly in the black community, we look at the people with the most money and the most clout as great people. That's just so far from the truth.
Yeah.
That's so far from the truth.
The same thing. I was thinking the same shit.
We think because a person is on TV a lot and you know, we grew up listening to their music and they always, you know, we always talk about the culture with the music. And we think that these people, or one said specific person, is a great man or great woman. And the truth of the matter is, no, they're not. They wicked as fuck. Like,
I can do you one better. We as a society, especially black people, it's a number on that too, because think about Jay-Z. Niggas hating on Jay-Z.
They coming for him next, bro.
Until they found out he had $1 billion. It seemed like and black people, as soon as you got $1 billion, we forget about every goddamn thing.
I ain't got $1 billion.
Exactly.
And we remember everything you said.
You know, but yeah, they coming for Jay-Z next. Don't think they not. Because I'm gonna tell you, when we find out the true nature, like the full details about Diddy, it's gonna make Surviving R. Kelly look like a fucking after school special.
And think about Diddy, dude. You really think he's the type to lay down, to fall on the floor for other people? You really think he ain't gonna try to take some people down with him?
Oh no, he gonna be like Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking a lot of people with me.
No, they're gonna take Diddy out before he get to do all that.
What Denzel say? Write a check for me too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And a check for me too. Like, and you say they coming for Jay-Z?
Just a matter of time, bro.
Now, they say him, but I think she got enough weight to do on her own. One of them was the people that knocked Pimp C off, because he had a sex tape allegedly with a singer from Houston in the studio, and they didn't want that shit to get out.
Well, about Jay-Z?
Right.
Oh yeah, an underage singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think R. Kelly is the only one who was out there fucking these young girls? No.
They said Pimp C had a sex tape when he was fucking a singer from Houston in the studio way back when. And a famous one. And the only famous ones I could think of was from Destiny's Child.
Uh-huh.
So, you know what I'm saying? They say Jay-Z get kind of crazy when it comes to Beyonce.
Kinda.
He got crazy on Sean Paul. He got crazy on who else? The same. They see this where that profiling shit come on, because they all exhibit the same type of traits. You know what I'm saying? That controlling shit or whatever. Like,
oh yeah.
Did he have people following that girl?
That's yes, that's the shit. You got private eyes. You got niggas from PI firms following her. Secret people just dressed up as regular people just following her with fucking microphones and magazines and shit.
They know all her business because they know all his business, and they scared that they gonna say something to somebody so they get off their ass. That's why.
Blowing up Kid Cudi car, like.
But these niggas are mob bosses, nigga. They do that real life shit. But if you don't fall in line, they gonna take you out, nigga. They gonna find somebody to take your ass out, bro.
And make it look like a suicide.
Make it look like a suicide, a fucking medical condition, whatever the fuck they gonna do, bro. Your ass is gone.
And now they saying that it could possibly have been. And here's all the people who have died in connection with Diddy, including his baby mama, was all about to writing these tell-all books.
Mm-hmm.
And right before the book ever got released or they finished the book or whatever, they gone. Like, that's crazy.
Okay. Shit, they say Cassie was out here saving semen, nigga.
Doing what?
Saving semen from the people that she had sex with, bro.
Ooh.
Who was to have sex with? Cassie. She was out here saving. She had a whole bunch of shit. She had receipts, put it that way. And to the fact that that's why he settled so quick, because everybody was like, yo, you need to get this shit under wraps. That's why the next morning he paid that money.
And that was a pretty gone now check that he paid. I guarantee you it was. We don't know what it is.
20. It was 20 mil. I'm telling you, I've been researching that shit. They said, well, I was researching. I was deep diving in YouTube, nigga.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, she, the motherfucker who knows the most about him, Bentley Farnsworth, was out there. He put like a cryptic joint out there about 20, like some shit where he was like talking about 20 and 20, like a song and shit like that he quickly took down and shit like that. So the undisclosed amount was supposed to be like 20 mil. He took her for 20. I mean, she took him for 20 million.
That ain't enough. I think it. I honestly think it was around 9 figures.
Put it this way.
Because what's 100 million to a billionaire?
Hey, look, listen. That girl had receipts, and she probably was like, "Fuck this! Just give me my guap, and we out of this motherfucker." But to the point where he was just like telling her like to shave her head, like he made her shave her head and shit like that. That was wild.
Man, I think Diddy is about to run into that Deshaun Watson trickle-down effect because of the fact that he settled so quick. I think it's about to be a boatload of motherfuckers coming trying to sue Diddy for shit, men and women. And I'm not being funny.
This is time to get him.
Yes.
Because he's vulnerable.
Yep.
They smell blood in the water. That's why I said it's about to be a long 2024 for Diddy.
Oh yeah, I had Sean, I had David on here earlier, and we was talking about it. I said, because I just did a show this past weekend, and we used to hear this all the time. Y'all should be famous. Y'all should be famous. No, the fuck we shouldn't have been.
I ain't down with that shit.
Nigga, I'm not going to nobody's fucking mansion party. I said this to David. I said, me and Sean would have had to kill some people.
Take that mansion.
Huh?
To take that mansion.
The take that mansion.
They'd have killed me because I'd have told all this shit.
You ain't lying. The can't stop, won't stop mansion? Hell no. That's why he be saying them ad libs. Can't stop, won't stop. As we proceed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been nowhere good up in that motherfucker. Because I'm like, bro, you really trying to put your dick in me, bro. You better go hang it.
Nigga, I'd have been knocked off when I was 25 years old. Because hell no.
Hey, y'all remember that
wow.
on there, Jay said, he said, I'd have bit that bitch off.
Yeah, that way you'll know. Yeah, that was me. I bit that bitch off. He tried to do it. I bit that motherfucker.
I'd have just been I wouldn't have made it out the mansion because they would have had to kill my ass. No fucking way. No, it's not worth. And see, this is one thing that people really need to look at, because people, when they are when they're very talented individuals, and the what we think is the right type of person, quote unquote, discovers us, and we get a taste of that lifestyle. You get a taste of that lifestyle of the good life. Everything 5-star. Everything catered to you. You get a taste of that lifestyle, and then you want that shit, and you willing to just fucking slut yourself out, sell your soul, do whatever to keep that lifestyle. It is not fucking worth it.
Some people it is, though. I mean, some people come from shit.
I get it.
If they get the opportunity to not be in shit and do that. I mean, some people are already getting fucked for free. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Change for it?
I understand, but it's like, on the outside, we think that these people are living like kings and queens, when behind the scenes they're being treated worse than they were when they was living in shit.
Man, you can get out of that shit, bro.
Man, Kanye West said one time in a freestyle at a concert, he said, "I sold my soul to the devil. It's really a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal."
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I mean, and now he's supposed to be fucking with Young Miami. And Young Miami already saying that this nigga be peeing on her. So when he fucking with Young Miami, he go from Diddy back to P. Diddy.
Tell you something, what he probably figured out 10 years ago, probably dealing with an old girl.
Huh?
Tell you something, Diddy probably figured it. I mean, as far as why she'll probably never say nothing, because something he probably figured out why he was dealing with the cause. That girl Cassie. NDAs are big for them people.
Oh yeah, non-disclosures? Absolutely.
Yeah, they are big for them people.
You have
know what I'm saying? So I don't see her saying nothing. So
I mean, she can't.
bless you, brother.
Yeah, bless you, brother.
God damn, that shit hurt my body.
Oh Lord. Oh boy. I hope you ain't got that Rona. You got some tests at your crib?
Hell nah, bro.
Oh man.
I done had the Rona, just don't feel like it.
Okay, so you just might be, common cold. Okay, well.
I done had that Rona. I wasn't eating shit. I needed the sun to live, nigga. This ain't it.
Damn, I wish I could get to you, because I got the fucking in-house test.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Them shit's gonna be accurate. You gotta go to CVS and shit.
Well, that's where they come from. Remember, nigga, I work in a daycare, so you can't. These are very accurate tests, because they don't want you being around them kids with that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this ain't. I don't know where the fuck. Ain't nothing out here but the Rona.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Rona to beat everybody ass, and that's the king of the street.
Not the Rona.
That's what maybe somebody need to say to Puffy. You keep on, nigga. I'm gonna get the Rona on you.
That's crazy though, but that's a wild ass industry, and a lot of people fight to get into that shit, bro. But they don't understand the demons that's behind the scene, bro. But that shit will change your life, change your perspective. That's why half of the time you see these niggas when they first get in the industry be so innocent. By the time they finish with that bitch, they on drugs.
You look in their eyes and you don't see nothing.
You don't see that shit, because especially if they make it a long way. Like, look at Beyonce and when they first got in here. Now look at her. She look like she be floating around this motherfucker on.
Same thing with Rihanna. That's why Rihanna. But then when you look at fucking Diddy, and you look at how this nigga, we finding out how this nigga really is, doesn't it make you kind of answer the question of why Mace decided to turn into a pastor?
Yeah.
Or why Loon decided to leave the country and turn into a monk?
Yeah, these niggas are running away from them demons that they sold to, trying to get away from that shit, bro.
Yeah, but see,
and all this shit. And I don't know how many times niggas got to say that they, like, this industry is full of demons, and motherfuckers is like, whatever.
I believe a lot of people say, well, that ain't gonna happen to me. Nigga, yes it is. If you get to a certain level, look, ain't nothing wrong with being locally famous, or even regionally famous. But once you get to a level where you are on TV, on commercials, on the regular, and you make X amount of dollars per show, you in it.
Once you got enough influence, that's when they come knocking at your door.
Yeah, they always say fame comes at a cost.
Yeah, and if you ain't down with it, they gonna take you out of it.
If you ain't down with it, you're not gonna make the money that you may be looking to make. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't need that type of money.
Nope.
It's not worth it, bro. Because when Judgment Day comes, I can't take none of that shit with me. And it's crazy. I mean, when I was listening to these whole stories, I really wanted to watch fucking Empire from season 1, episode 1.
That's how it be, bro. It's a dirty game, bro.
It is a dirty game. And what if Keefe D roll on him about this Tupac shit?
Mm-hmm. He already said Puffy did it. He said it already. He said it on Vlad. He said once it happened. He said once it happened. He said Puffy called and said, "Was that us?" He said it already. Why
the powers that be? Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said the powers that be gonna put that shit on him, bro. And once they done with you, bro, they gonna put that shit. They gonna take you out. They gonna strike you out, bro. There ain't shit you can do about it. So,
cause that's what keep you. That's what cause that's probably what keep you in the fold. You feel they're gonna let stuff go. They're gonna, they're gonna tell this and tell that. And so while you doing what they want you to do, so you won't tell this, tell that. You still running up. That's how the government works. That's how they build cases against you. They don't stop you once you They don't arrest drug dealers once they sell their first blunt. It's after the first key. It's after they got enough of this shit that you can't even. You know what I'm saying?
That you can't deny the shit.
You know what I'm saying? While you feel like you're trying to stay afloat long enough to get out, you just running up your bill.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very good way of putting it.
And once your bill the bill is due, all of it, all of it is in play.
And they allegedly saying that that's the way that Diddy used to control Cassie, that he had all these tapes of all of the sex trafficking and all of the things that she was doing, and that she was like, okay, well, if you leave me, these tapes is gonna get out and it's gonna kill your credibility, kill your career, blase, blase, blase. And that's it's just a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. And to women, particularly young women out there who are looking to become an entertainer or anything like that, I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't follow your dreams, but beware. If you get a taste of that good life, don't let it get you so much to where now you addicted to the shit and this is the way that you want to live, because the shit you will have to do to maintain it is not worth it.
These chick OnlyFans models now, they don't got to do that industry shit. All they got to do is go ahead and do a couple of dances with their ass out, and they don't need to do that industry shit no more. But
you think these higher ups don't have a plug on YouTube?
Yeah, of course they do.
If it make money in bulk, niggas got their finger in it. Niggas got their finger in it. And the thing that's even more sickening is these artists out here who are like, I'll do it, I don't care. I'm like, bruh, really?
I told you. It's because they come from the mud, bruh. And some people don't have that lifestyle. They didn't grow up right. They didn't have that family mentality. They didn't have
that role model they needed.
Yeah, they didn't have that role model or whatever the case may be. They lived in the struggle. Half of these motherfuckers was homeless and shit like that. Steve Harvey, homeless as hell.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry. Like, they'll do anything to make that shit, bro. When you at your lowest point, bro, somebody come to you and say, you ain't getting no food, you ain't got no house over your head, no walls around you, no heat. The devil come up to you and say, hey, my boy, I got you real quick. I'm going to get you out of this.
Change you and your family's life. How you like that?
Right now.
Or give you a new family if you ain't got a family.
Mm-hmm. Speak now, forever hold your pocket.
They taking that deal, bro.
And it's sad because, oh my God, Sean, all I can say is God had a plan for us because we were 17, wide the fuck open. Just looking at every video, looking at the Saint Lunatics and Luda and Cash Money and No Limits, and yeah, that's going to be us. Woo! Calvin, you don't know how close it came to that mansion party for us, bro.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck Sean little ass.
I'd open this booty hole up. You hear me? Yeah, I like to say God.
They be like, which God you talking about? Oh my goodness, bro. I'm serious, nigga.
That nigga said,
I open this booty hole up. God forgive him.
Keith, did you hear that? Keith, did you hear that? Yeah, you hear how Philly living out here in these streets?
Oh shit! No, you didn't.
My fucking chest.
Oh shit! I cannot. Oh y'all, it's too merch.
What's up? I'm just joking.
Nah, man, it's
That was
But dead ass, bro. That wasn't the life I would have been living in, because I would have seen some shit like that. I'm like, nah, I'm good, player.
yeah, man, exactly. No, not worth it. Nigga, we could have kept. We would have just kept singing at John Marshall. Fuck it.
yeah.
You ain't never lied.
We'd have been doing halftime shows at high school basketball games. Fuck it. You know, why did you do this? Because we walked in a room and saw niggas fucking. What niggas? Niggas fucking what? Each other.
I'd be like, bro, I'm in the wrong room.
Yeah, exactly. In the room. Cat Williams said it on the stand up.
Hey, it's this dude name. I think his name is Grill Barnes. He's one of the funniest comedians I done seen. He was like, he said that's why, you know what I'm saying, you can't even come to America and get into show business, because you come from France or something and they ask you, yeah, how was your trip to New York? He said, I don't want to talk about it.
And niggas make Hollywood out to be this glamorous place. Hooray for Hollywood and shit, man. I don't want to fuck with it, bro.
Look at Will Smith. He getting fucked right now. By
Dwayne Martin.
And Will Smith just goes to show you, like, you can do shit right your whole life. And niggas are soon as one shoe drop, niggas is on your ass, man.
I'm telling you,
Literally.
it's at the end of the contract. It's at the end of their contract
Yeah.
where you playing out. Nigga.
It's going to be a few names that get dropped, bro. I think you're going to hear shit about Will Smith, Usher. Well, niggas had already came out saying shit about Usher. Nelly.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be some names that really get dropped.
Because they all hang in the same circle.
Exactly, yes.
You said end of the concert.
No, into the contract.
End of the contract. It's too many for everybody to be the fault. I think it's some shit is like, it's just not enough seats at the table. Somebody got to get up.
Oh, no, it's always enough people to pay. Don't get that
Always.
twisted. Don't get that twisted, bro.
Money.
Don't get that twisted, because these people, when you sign these contracts, you just become revenue for these people. And once that revenue stops floating in, R. Kelly's revenue stopped floating in. R. Kelly, I mean, trust me. Think about this album that Diddy just released, and I've listened to the album. Very good body of work. Mad features, like you said, he running the same. So all the people, Sean, that you can think of who run in the circles with Diddy is on the album. So he's still making some sort of revenue. But I agree with you when you say it's gonna be a long 2024 for Take That.
Yeah, long 2024, bro. Because once this shit go out there now and they think like you got too many allegations on you, you can dodge all them bullets, player. He ain't gonna dodge all them bullets. There's too many people coming for him, bro. He gonna be hurt, bro. He gonna be hurt.
Yeah, bro. I think the worst thing he could have did was pay that lawsuit as quickly as he did, because
no choice.
I mean, he couldn't even stall out for a week. It made it look like, and well, I believe. Allegedly, I mean, I have no reason not to believe this stuff. But if I was Diddy, this is what I would seriously think about doing. If I was Diddy, you see what Russell Simmons did, right? As soon as them allegations started getting serious on Russell Simmons, he packed up his shit and got the fuck out of Dodge. Got the fuck out of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy better be looking for a plot of land right next to Russell Simmons.
Man, let me take that. But yeah, bro, listen to me, because it's like that shit is tough. Like it ain't no getting away from this shit for Diddy, bro. Like he just needs to go ahead and try and wrap this shit the fuck up, because it's over for his ass. And then you got so many people that say once somebody dropped the gun on you, like you said, once that gavel drop on you, it's like oh, he's weak right now.
Oh yeah.
Let me go ahead and put my story out.
Oh yeah, nigga.
Drop the shit.
It's about to be that Deshaun Watson shit all over again.
Surviving Diddy.
Oh, that's coming, bro. I'm telling you. And like I said, that shit's gonna make Surviving R. Kelly look like a fucking after school special.
Craziness.
I mean, like I said, the real life Lucius fucking Lyon, bro. And yes, he gonna have lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit coming down the pipe. No pun intended. About this dude.
They said it was fucking Justin Bieber too, right?
Yep.
Usher, Justin Bieber. Look at these little kids. Like, one of these little kids around your house, Dad, let them stay with you, bro. I don't give a fuck. They know artists.
And I heard Usher was one of the first niggas he got. Like, he got Usher before the My Way album came out.
Man, Usher looked like he on the other side of the fence. So you know what I mean. You know he got that movement of it. You can see the movement in him, man. He was on. Won't nothing different about that. But you could tell, but like most of these industry people are though. Like they do both. They do women, they do men, they
animals,
do everything, like animals.
Yeah, I ain't bullshitting. Animals.
Yeah,
it was a movie. Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was done. No, you good.
It was a movie that had part of that in it for a small part. It was You ever heard this movie called Sexy Beast?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they had something like that. It was this party or something. Dude needed somebody to do something so they could rob a bank, and that was one of the things he traded his manhood. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what the movie is about. It was just a small little plot to it. But yeah, look, art imitates life all the time.
All the time, bro. Y'all remember the movie Get Him to the Greek?
Mm-hmm.
That was Diddy playing himself. I'm so serious. That was Diddy playing his motherfucking self. It wasn't no damn Sergio. That was Sean Combs playing Sean Combs.
Exactly.
They say he tried to play. He went out for the role of Willie Beeman too, and they couldn't.
Nigga, I wouldn't have took him seriously as no damn football player.
They said they couldn't throw. They said he threw so terrible. And they said we can't even double this. It's gonna look fake.
Oh shit.
Diddy don't look like he got no athletic motor.
None whatsoever. Only athletic thing about him is his little Diddy Bop, is that dance move he got.
And that shit look wild. Okay,
That should look like he copying the Deion Sanders dance halfway.
Yeah.
That nigga said he only drank the finest Colombian breast milk. What else?
You made my day. Anyway, fellas, let me get out of here, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, man, look, I know I'm gonna talk to y'all on Thanksgiving, but the show is wishing you guys happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving means a lot to this podcast because it was Thanksgiving Day on 2018 when I did the first episode. And you guys are just as big a part of this as anything. I look forward to talking to y'all more than I do look forward to going through my my spiel at the beginning of every show. So y'all make this shit worth it, and I can't wait till we start doing this live stream shit, because I'm gonna find out we gonna get that shit popping this weekend. Okay, we gonna find out. I'm gonna get this shit popping this weekend. First post game live stream. I'm gonna send you guys the email. Send it in the chat. Send it in the chat so we can get that popping. All right.
Okay, man.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Love y'all, man.
Happy Turkey Day, man. Love you, brothers.
All right, bro. Y'all take care of them kids.
Man, fuck them kids.
And you know I got them chitlins on deck, nigga.
I hope you get it.
I got them chitlins on deck.
No, bro, you know I can't do no chitlins no more, man.
What?
I'm sorry. I ain't had chitlins in like 30 years, bro.
All right, we'll break the streak one year. What were you saying, Calvin?
No, he was like, fucking kid. I said, I hope his daughter listens. We have some water. She like, no.
mean anyway. You beat my ass.
Hey, Sean, get better, bro.
For sure, my bro.
All right, Calvin.
All right, man.
Later, fellas.
All right, bro.
All right. You talk about things that you're thankful of, and I hope everybody, takes a good listen or just thinks about what they're really thankful of. I have to be honest with you. This year of 2023 has been rough. It's been rough for me personally. I've gone through a lot of things this year, relationship-wise, money-wise. This has really been a rough year, like behind the scenes. But I am so thankful for what I do have, and I am so thankful for the people that are in my life, particularly my brothers like Sean, like Calvin. I've had a lot of things not go as planned in 2023, but you know what? I am still thankful. It's not gonna break me. It hasn't broken me, and it won't. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for everything that the Heavenly Father has continued to bless me with. And with that being said, where the buzzer, where the buzzer, where the buzzer. Oh, once again, I just would like to wish everybody the happiest and the safest of Thanksgiving holidays. Enjoy your day. And I hope for those who listen to this, I hope you have Black Friday off, because this is going to be the first time in about 5 years I've had a Black Friday off. I am so freaking looking forward to not just Thursday, but to being able to sleep in on Friday. Oh my gosh. Yes. But, again, this was a very long episode, and a happy 5th year anniversary to Sports Plus Life. Definitely just proud to be able to do this, and proud of the people who do this with me. I love them. And again, like I said before the buzzer, very thankful. And once again, another shout out to Too Tough Sports. I'm a shout out that Too Tough Sports League. And here's a tidbit of information I need to drop for y'all. If you want to be a gamer, if a real gamer wants to remain a real gamer and wants to go out there and play them Madden games and not worry about anybody being all in your business, all judgmental, telling you to stop playing or telling you can't play, come to Too Tough, baby, where we do this. Madden League on Twitch. Cash sales, that's my dog. Too Tough Sports, we do this here. Real competition. So come on and join up with Too Tough Sports, baby. And also hit that subscription and that like button, and come on, join Brandon Brevon Towns on YouTube. But again, as we roll out of here, I'm going to say again, happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. Make smart choices, especially if you have children. But it's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out this year. Peace. Love you. Happy Thanksgiving.